You are tuned in to episode 10 of the Goodfellas podcast. Your host G5 Jeff TV. As you can see, I got my right hand with me, VP Shane. What's going on, good brother?
I'm here, man.
Hey, man. And we got a third member of the team, man. BoxingFirst Vlog will be in here in a couple of minutes, man. So we will be at full strength today.
Before we start, I just have to say I'm eating the massive amount of pro. I literally looked at the fantasy league, bro. I am struggling. I'm struggling. Obviously, I should have, like, for those who know, Jeff's at the top, and it's not even a surprise because this guy's literally very good when it comes to predictions. If you haven't joined the fantasy league, please go join it. The what's it called? The interaction is amazing.
Absolutely. We got the general in the building, man. BoxingFirst Vlog. Can I get a mic check? 1 2 1 2.
Mic check. What's good, fellas?
Sound good, baby.
You
Sound
hear me?
good, man. Yes, sir.
You
Good
sound
to have
clean.
you.
You're a bit out of
Sound
sync,
clean.
but you sound clean.
Yeah, we'll give you a couple seconds again to get your video in sync. You know what I'm saying? It was good to see my guy in here, man. You know, we always chop it up here, but you know, it ain't a real party unless my guy is in the building, man. So big shout out to BoxingFirst Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless is in the building. How you feeling, good brother?
Man, little piece back in life, so to speak. So, ready to get back to the groove, talk this boxing, man.
Absolutely. So for the people that's just tuning in, this is episode 10 of the Goodfellas podcast, man. This is the original setup. This is how it's going to look going forward. We're coming off of a very interesting weekend. We had Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney getting into what I like to call a cat fight, outside of the fight. That was outside of Mikey Garcia fight, am I correct?
Yeah,
outside of Mikey Garcia fight.
And we see Mikey get absolutely destroyed. I mean, he tried to do as Blunt said, he tried to go on a European tour, but that tour got shut down on the first show, bro.
Hey, but check this out though. I called that shit. I ain't gonna lie, pat myself on the back. I'm gonna dislocate my shoulder doing it, but I called that, bro. I told him, I was like, man, this boy is a little bit too slick. And what's funny, he wasn't as slick as I saw him in past fights. That's what kind of threw me off watching the fight, that he wasn't as slick as he had been in the past.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Vlog. I have never watched him. I've heard his name several times because Eddie Hearn's always promoting his Spanish shows, but never seen him fight. And he is the main fighter in Spain. You got him and Sergio Garcia, who obviously everybody's seen, but him I've never seen before.
Vlog was
he's solid.
Yeah, Vlog put up a post for the people that don't know. If you're not following us on Instagram, you need to. Vlog definitely said he felt like this was an even fight going into it, and it's time stamped and everything. So nobody really responded to him, but it's on there. It's on there, and he thought it was an even matchup going in, man, and that's a
good call right there.
That's a good call. Real good call. I had no clue. I ain't gonna sit up here and fraud. He looked no different than, somebody that worked the kitchen at a restaurant, as far as I'm concerned. But Vlog seen something in him, so
Nah, bro, he's a slick southpaw, bro, and he can go back and forth. So the two fights that I watched, full fights of his, he was able to go back and forth. But also, like I said, he had a little bit of, the swag in his game, but we didn't really see that in this fight. He kind of boxed smart, moved when he needed to. He didn't do as much as, like I said, of the foot movement, the ducking up under, the wild swinging and countering that I've seen in his past fights. But man, Mikey was sluggish, bro. Mikey was in there looking like a middleweight, bro, with bantamweight power, bro. Like, I mean, it was a terrible showing for Mikey, man. I'm not trying to rain on his parade or nothing, but it's just that weight class thing, man. He got to get that right, bro. I don't know what he can do to get back to a solid 140, but this catch weight thing and this playing that welterweight thing, it's not gonna happen for him, man. And that's no, like I said, I ain't really trying to shit on his party or nothing like that, or poo-poo, excuse my French, but you feel me though, man. Just trying to be honest, man.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have, and I kind of hate this excuse. A lot of people have blamed it on the inactivity, but ever since he's left 135 and 140, he's kind of looked kind of poor. The fight against Jesse Vargas, he was poor. The fight against Errol, he was poor, and this fight was horrendous. So, do we look at the fact that he's been out of the ring for a year, or do we look at the fact that this dude, because being out of the ring, he fought last year January, so he's been out of the ring for what, 18 months. That's not going to help you. But I also don't think he's been that great since he's been at 147 anyway.
Yeah. No, solid points on both ends, man. Jaguar Paws is in the building, man. What's going on, player? Adrian is in the building early. What's going on? He said, what's up, fellas? The bro YSM Sports Media in the building. He said fans need to stop judging fights by name recognition. Styles make fights. That's a fact. Even though I didn't know Mikey Garcia's opponent, there was one thing that I knew about him that kind of had my radars up. When Mikey Garcia fights any southpaw, you know, Mikey Garcia probably has one of the best jab straight right hands. I think that's
his only weapon.
That's his bread and butter.
I don't think he has anything else other than that, to be honest.
His jab straight right hand is crazy. Go ahead, Vlog.
Bro, he was not going to the body at all. I mean, I think we can count his body punches on with our fingers and toes, bro. Like, I did not see an attack, sustained attack.
But that was like that before, though. When was Mikey a prolific body puncher? I'm just thinking this dude literally only had a jab straight right hand. I remember when he fought AB, he literally just beat AB off a jab straight right hand the whole fight. Right. Robert Easter was the same thing. A lot of this dude's wins has come because the other dude can't answer his questions. And Blunt did say that the dude he looked at the dude before. I didn't watch him. I've never seen a dude fight before, but it's always an alarm when you don't have enough strings to your bow. And we saw that. This dude, I mean, Robert Garcia coming out with all of these excuses as well, it doesn't really help.
Yeah. And the thing is, the guy really didn't come off as necessarily slick to me. Like, I told Shane this off camera. I said, the guy was really fighting like somebody told him if you lose this fight, you was going to have to retire. Like, he really fought like his life depended on it. And that was the vibe that I got. And, you know, with Mikey, he's just another guy that he's coming off these long layoffs. These guys are coming off these long layoffs, and they watch guys like Floyd take a year and a half off and come back and don't miss a beat. The one thing I got to tell these fighters is that you got to actually be very skilled to pull that off.
Can I ask you a question? Because I asked Jeff this question before, and I did it, and we were still at a bit of a we didn't really know. If you look at before COVID, a lot of dudes who were fighting lower level opposition, a position where the name wasn't as credible to the public, you saw a lot of dudes just get wiped out. You know, when you're fighting beneath you, you see a lot of these dudes just wipe fighters out. But if you look post-COVID, a lot of dudes have struggled to fight lesser names. Like you look at Belanga struggled. You look at my dude, Tony Harrison, Jarrett Hurd. What's the other dude's name from 154? J-Rock.
Porter struggled for Miller.
Porter struggled. Mikey Garcia.
He struggled with for Miller. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is so like only down to inactivity. I feel like after you spent so long out of the ring, I also feel like you need something to motivate you, like motivate you when you're in camp. Because if you think, oh, I just got another takeover fight, you don't really get that motivated. It's hard to wake up in the morning and do them runs when you know you're fighting someone who you think you can always beat. You see my point?
This leads me to this quote that I've heard before, but I just read it here recently again, and it's from Marvin Hagler. He said, "It's hard to get up and do road work when you done slept in silk pajamas." That seems like what these fighters are in. They've gotten the bag. Now it's just going through the motions when we fight these cupcake sort of guys. So, like you said, they're mentally unmotivated, which leads to physical unmotivation. So I mean, I can't disagree with that, and I don't know why it is.
You get it both ways, Blunt, because the week before we saw where two dudes motivated because of high level competition, Fury and Wilder. We saw that also before when we watched Chocolatito and Estrada and Castano and
Valdez
and Bechel. You see, when you got two high level fighters, you get high level competition. Like you get very good value for money, especially even Tank when Tank was fighting Barrios, bro. You get value for money. I feel like those dudes, you it's difficult to say, but you need that motivation. You need that name in the opposition, in the opposing corner to motivate you. That's what I'm seeing.
Let me add this as well. There's a certain level of professionalism that comes along with it. So even though the opponent may not be the ideal name or the ideal situation, if I call Blunt and I say, yo, you got to face this guy tomorrow at 3:00, but I'm promising you a 7+ figure bag if you wipe this dude out, what you think Blunt gonna do? Blunt gonna go in there tomorrow and wipe that dude out. And a lot of that is, like y'all said, like these guys are really comfortable, but they fight like they're comfortable. And let me throw this in as well. These guys know who they're going to be fighting way in advance. So that comfortability is set for a long time.
From
so
the
the public,
from the
start of camp.
It's like, look at Beterbiev. Beterbiev in his last fight looked horrible. He still got the knockout, but he looked horrible. You watch him against Marcus Brown, and you see if it's the same dude. It's not going to be the same dude, bro. It's not going to be the same dude because he's going to be motivated for that fight. It's just, I'm just starting to see a trend where a lot of these dudes who used to wipe dudes out pre-COVID, now they're coming off that layoff. They're not doing the same. They're not motivated.
And Blunt, let me throw this your way, brother. I feel like this sport is no different than any other sport. You know, it's like a basketball player coming off an injury and they've been out for a while. They're going to have that rust. And these guys are coming off a 12-month, 16, 18-month layoffs. And these guys aren't A-level fighters in their prime and when they're active. These guys are like B-level fighters, B- fighters under normal circumstances. So, do we expect too much of these guys coming off of 18 months off, and these dudes are not A-level fighters to begin with? What you think, Lo?
I mean, it just see when you say that, I can't lump all fighters into that particular category. I need to know what like fighters are you kind of putting in that category of not really A-level fighters. So
I'll give you some names. Jared Hurd, that's one. Berlanga, that's 2. J-Rock, that's 3. Let's go with them 3.
Well, for these guys, bro, I mean, we thought Berlanga was, that guy, so we just had to find out he wasn't. I think he still is a good fighter. He's not this historical KO sort of guy, you know what I mean? I guess you're going to need another 50 cupcakes to make him that guy again. So we just found out what he is, and that's not a bad fighter. J-Rock, again, not a bad fighter. These guys just have to find that other guy that makes them look good on that particular night. And their personal motivation has a lot to do with it. So you get a guy like Berlanga, his head got too big for the situation he found himself in. See, maybe the other guy was like, hold up, man. I'm not scared of this KO artist. So he had a different motivation not to be a punching bag. And these things happen from fight to fight, but it is a trend, this ring rust thing. I've just pinned my third article, folks. So I'm hoping the fellas critique it and we get it up on the site real soon. But anyway, ring rust they can't let it happen. The teams can't let it happen. The promotions can't let it happen because it makes for a stale fight when you supposedly get this big fight for your fighter.
I'm just
so it's a bunch of people's faults.
Check the comments after, but Blunt, I got something to say. The most active fighter, and this is just a fact, the most active fighter during COVID, who's that, Jeff? Active champion during COVID. Who's that?
Navarrete.
I'm glad. That's how I know you know boxing. Navarrete's been the most active fighter, active champion since COVID. He's fought 4 times in the past 18 months or something ridiculous like that. Yeah. Guess what? His performances haven't dropped.
Steady.
Even though he might have harder competition, his performances haven't dropped.
Steady.
It's steady. And he hasn't fought the Gary Russells or the Galahads that we want him to fight. He hasn't fought those dudes. But guess what? He's still fighting constantly. So he's still got that he don't need to find the motivation. Because guess what? I just had a camp last week. I'm back in camp this week.
Yeah, it's a big difference between you take, and I'm glad Bunt said this. Like when I made the initial statement, he said, well, I don't know who you're talking about. Give me some specifics. There's a huge difference between when you're critiquing a Emmanuel Navarrete who's fighting 4 times in the past 16, 18 months. And then you take, like somebody like Gary Russell, he's out in the woods shooting deer and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like I'm a Gary Russell fan, but
tomorrow, who are you putting your money on? There's no way on God's green you can put your money on Gary Russell.
Yeah, Navarrete wins that fight just off of just him being I trust him more. My eyes done seen Navarrete. Like I don't know what Gary Russell. The hottest Russell was Antoine. Ain't that right, Vlog?
The busiest Russell is a couple of the other brothers that have had some fights in the past year or so. So I don't understand. I mentioned him in my article. So I'm just saying I'm not expecting much because of the layoff. Not that he doesn't have skills, but the one thing in boxing that you cannot play with is timing. Because if your timing is off so consistently throughout a fight, man, bro, lights out, man. You get the stretcher, that sort of thing. And we don't really want to see that. We like the knockouts and things like that, but we don't like it because a fighter's just not on his game. Now, if he got beat, outskilled, and we get that KO, that's different. But if you get, say like with Mikey the other night, if he got hurt in that fight, we got to blame that on the camp. We got to blame that on you guys with the inconsistency, this weight situation. But luckily he didn't get hurt. He didn't get his ass beat. He lost the boxing match. I can't say Sander Martin beat his ass, but he lost the boxing match. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I got you. YSM said they know their next 2 to 3 opponents. Yeah, that's 100% fact. Especially on the PBC side. That's more so on the PBC side than anything else.
That's a problem.
Text me the link when you can. I have some insight on this particular situation. I got you. Adrian in the building said, what are you guys' thoughts on AJ potential seeking Ronnie Shields as a trainer?
I'll answer that.
Go ahead, Shane.
I mean, Ronnie Shields is the last person I would want for AJ. For one, he's a good theorist. He likes to use his theory, but AJ needs someone who's actually gonna build that dog in him. he needs to go into an uncomfortable situation. He doesn't need someone that's going to talk to him nice, talk to him to make it comfortable. He needs something a bit nasty and doggy. Like, we need to see that AJ that fought Dylan White, or that AJ that fought what's it called? That fought Klitschko. We need to see that AJ. We don't need to see the AJ that's all nice and happy and holding hands and taking selfies after a loss and all of that. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Now we talking style of trainers for AJ. I'm gonna throw a name out, and I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I think a Manuel Stewart type of trainer. I don't know who this modern guy is right now. I'm just saying that style where you had a trainer that's understandable, but kind of knows the fighting game enough to know how to move his fighter in the game a little bit, motivate him.
I got a name for you. Vlog, there's a Manuel Stewart type of fight, well, especially in terms of personality, but he's never really trained the heavyweight, so I'll see how that works. But Kenny Porter is real rigid in his training method. Very, very strict, very like Emmanuel Stewart. Like, if he sees his dude down in the cards, he's not going to be saying, "Oh, you're doing well." He's going to say, "Nigga, go get that fight, bro. You're losing this fight. Go get that." That's what AJ needs. AJ needs that.
Yeah,
almost like a slap in the corner. Like, you gotta smack him while you in the corner type of trainer. I get what you say. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, yeah, that's an interesting, Adrian. That's a real good question, actually. Because with AJ, it's more of a mentality thing than anything else. And I mean, when you talking AJ versus Dillian White, AJ versus Vlad Klitschko, like, you know, it's a difference between you waking up in the morning, you drinking Folgers, and you know, later on now you drinking espressos. You understand what I'm saying? With the whipped cream on top. You know what I'm saying? It's a big ass difference. You know what I'm saying? He's in his espresso phase right now. We need him,
literally.
You know, we need him drinking Folgers and McDonald's coffees, stuff like that.
The one thing about AJ, he has the personality that can change, because we've seen it just from the Ruiz fight, 1-2. His ability to adapt to the situation and do it is there. We've seen it. We've seen him be a dog in the fight. It's just he's not picking the right fights to do it. He should have never lost the first fight against Ruiz to come back and show his intelligence and ability to move and box in the second fight. So we need his mental to be on point in these fights that he's in. That way we don't have to have a makeup fight, that he's showing the public that, look, I can change my spots, so to speak. You understand what I'm talking about? So,
right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get too far off topic, but yeah, AJ can switch it up. He can be a killer if he's being motivated properly, and you got to have the right voice to motivate you. You know what I mean?
That's the problem, though. He believes in loyalty when it comes to trainers, and I'm not a fan of that.
I'm not a
fan of that. Cool.
Bro, no one said be disloyal, but you got to have a different bullhorn. You understand what I'm saying? That no one said don't have your mans in them with you. Bring your mans in them over here. Maybe your mans in them can learn something and adapt their game, so when they just working with you single-handedly, then they know how to apply different styles of training to this particular fighter who has different fighting personalities. This dude has a boxer personality. He has a playboyish sort of personality when it comes to the media now, doing a lot of work over there. So he's more open in this media aspect. So he has a lot of different personalities going on with him. You have to have a trainer that can tap in for whatever particular fighter he's fighting. That's just the cap on that for me with AJ.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? Just listening to you guys talk and actually kind of playing the question back. I'm sitting up here trying to go through trainers, and I'm like, what would be the best kind of blend between that voice and then from a strategy standpoint as well. So it's like, it's crazy because I'm like, I like the Kenny Porter name. I would say the one thing about Kenny that I'm not 100% sure about, and this is only because you mainly see him just working with Sean, is Kenny's in-game adjustments in between rounds. I don't know, because I don't know if he's giving Sean and his guys the correct advice, and
No,
guys are just not going out there
no,
executing,
I
or
agree.
you got
I agree.
hold on, Shane, or you got a situation where his voice is not being heard. And I'm talking about by Sean, because he's been around his dad all his life. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know what Kenny's gonna do with an AJ when it come down to the middle rounds, and we need, number one, we need that dog to come out, but you need the right instructions as well. So that's I'm kind of middle of the pack. But go ahead.
When I was saying Kenny Porter, I just meant from a more psychological perspective. Tactically, I haven't seen enough as well for me to make that what's it called. But when Blunt was talking about Manny Stewart, and he was talking about how Manny Stewart's persona is, the first person I thought of was Kenny Porter, in the sense that he's very aggressive and he will make a situation uncomfortable. I'll see it many times when Porter ain't focusing. Bro, I think Kenny's gonna fight Porter in the corner, bro. Like, literally, it ain't nice. It ain't nice.
Yeah. I agree with that. Kenny would be in my top 4 in terms of trainers. He would definitely be in my top 4 if I had to pick somebody for AJ, because he gonna get the dog out of AJ. You know, you're gonna get the dog out of him, and you know he's gonna go and motivate it.
When have you ever seen Sean leave something in the tank? No, even when you think he's empty, the clip's empty. This dude's finding something.
Nah, the clip, the clip always empty with Sean. The clip always empty with
I was
Sean.
gonna say though, Jeff, you got some comments. But
I got you.
We gotta stick on the topic though. AJ's another day.
Yeah, we had to dive into that though.
You know how we do.
Yeah, man. Blunt, send me those articles as well, bro. I wanna read them.
Yeah, he sent it to my
one. I'm working on another one tonight.
So
we got Brennan Smith in the building. He said Haney got him. Let me run through these and then we'll get to that. Swaro in the building. What's going on, player? Ryan 216 Ohio. What's going on? If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Boxing First Vlog as well. Follow us on social media, all that good stuff. He said, bro, it's another word here. I would love if you and Sean Porter link up one day.
Definitely.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I had to get on him about his lay though. Some of them suit jackets. I don't know. But we would love to chop it up with Sean.
I don't know why. When he's going to press conferences, this guy dresses like a pastor. You know them American pastors. All he needs is a perm.
Yeah, Psalms. Yo, he dressed the way he dressed when he walk in the room. I'd be like Psalms 3. Verse 4.
all he needs is one of them pastor towels. You know them pastor towels that they use when they're sweating.
Yo, he walk in the press conference. I just want to see. I know a collection plate is somewhere not far behind. Man. For real, man. YSL. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. Bozy. That's a good one.
The only problem.
What you think about that one, Vlog? I like that one.
What about? I mean, I'm lost. What's that comment telling me?
Bozy as a possible trainer for AJ, a Bozy type.
No, he not ready for Philly style trainers. He not ready for them style trainers.
I'm thinking the same thing because I'm just thinking Bozy is good. He'll get him mentally, but Bozy likes dudes that work on. Like he'll be shocking AJ's system a bit too much. It'll be a bit too much.
You're asking too much of AJ to take the whole Philly thing on his back and run with it. You got to already been dipping your foot in the fire out here to come in and really start soaking up the jewels from the game like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said,
you know why that's
he
so
needs
crazy?
more of he needs more of a strategist. A calming personality, but at the same time, a disciplined personality. it's a fine line. Just the way I said what he is as a person and a boxer, he's so many different things. He has to have a trainer that could tap in all of that, not somebody that's his friend. His friends can't tap in all of that because they only like AJ because he's AJ. They don't like him for all of these things that he gets paid for.
Jeff, you don't go from Robert McCracken to Bosey.
Yeah,
no defense to 100% defense. You don't do that.
Hey, YSM, now I think about it, man. I don't think Boozy gets past the interview process. Boozy would probably say something like, yo, you're gonna have to run with tires in the middle of Kensington or something. And AJ's gonna be like, what's Kensington? Like,
Bro, this dude's got no defense. I mean, this dude's got no defense. Bosey's never worked to the dude that's got zero defense.
Yeah, a vlog off camera. I told Shane I thought Virgil would be a good fit for him for the sense that he's that common voice, but at the same time, Virgil Hunter runs every single camp he's ever been in. It don't matter who it is, so he's gonna command that respect.
And he's worked with heavyweights.
So I think if I had to choose, I would say Virgil. But I do think that he needs that Boozy in his Kenny Porter type spice.
In terms of
well. Now I got a name. Now I don't know how y'all feel. Now I like him for this reason.
Okay.
Strategist. Buddy McGirt as an in-fight strategist would be a great addition to any team that AJ starts to build from here. Right. Like just because he is an actual in-fight guy that I've heard give out great instructions. Now, whether these fighters used it in these particular fights that I've heard these instructions from Buddy, I'm thinking it's on point. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times, Buddy, he's almost bigger than his fighters, his persona and what he's been able to do outside the ring. He's been bigger than some of his.
Buddy's one of my favorite trainers. Buddy's one of my favorite trainers.
I like that name, man.
The problem with Buddy, I'll tell you with Buddy Blunt though. One thing I didn't like about Buddy though is when he said he doesn't watch boxing. I don't like that. But he's an amazing trainer. He's one of my favorite trainers. It's not my favorite.
You want to know why Buddy gets a pass for that?
Why?
Because even though he quote unquote doesn't watch boxing, and first of all, I think he's lying to a certain extent. The fact that he was a really, really good fighter, what he doesn't watch now, he can kind of reflect back to his days and kind of make up for it if he's telling the truth with that. I don't think he's telling the truth.
And Shane, no, he's not the only past fighter that I've heard say that. So I can get it when these guys say I currently don't watch fights. Like they're just not per se fans of something they did so long and probably are still a part of, that it can be overwhelming. You understand what I'm saying? So I can get that from somebody of his ilk.
A vlog, but do you think he's doing his fighters a disservice by saying that?
Now hold up. Now he said he don't watch fights. That's not saying he ain't doing film study. That's a big difference from saying, I'm not a fight fan. So Saturday night, I'm not there, 8 o'clock, with the beer in hand, sort of thing. That's what I'm thinking he was saying.
Yeah, so if that's what he means, if that's what he means, then that comment means absolutely nothing. If that's what he means.
If that's what he means,
I think that's what he means.
Okay, so if you think that's what he meant, then that means absolutely nothing. I'm like, as long as he's doing film study on the actual opponent, then that's all I really care about.
I think because he's so good in fight strategy from past fighters that he's been with, I think he has to be doing some sort of film study. Now, watch these guys live. I doubt it. Who has the time to be at a particular fighter's fight? To be like, yo, I was there when that guy fought. You could beat him. You know what I mean? He's teaching his guys based on film study, bro, not live fight action.
I agree with that, because even one of the last fights he done was when he took Chisora to fight Parker, and what was clear was he told Chisora to go and fight Nasty, but Chisora always fights Nasty. But I've never seen Chisora load up on body punches so early in a fight.
He was
just
Buddy
to
was
stop him
spot
from running, and in the first round he got a knockdown. because he just kept loading up on that body. I've never really seen that. That was definitely a body instruction.
Yeah, Buddy did a great job in that fight. And that's a prime example of a coach giving great instructions and actually guiding his guy through the fight. The thing is, Chisora just didn't have the stamina to really carry out what.
And I still think he won the fight. I still think Chisora won the fight.
Yeah, I thought he. I don't remember my scorecard, but I think at the end of the fight, Shane, we might have even been on the phone. When it ended that fight, I think we both had that feeling like Chisora should have got the W. Like it was extremely close.
So
yeah, I thought the knockdown was the difference in the scorecards. YSM said Sean Porter has historically awful lays. That's a fact, man. That one joint when it was him, Lennox Lewis, and the other announcer, and he had his grandma's blanket wrapped around him. I was no more good, man. Like he looked like his grandma just knitted that joint for him. Like,
y'all gonna stay off my guy Showtime, man. That boy, that's Showtime player partner Porter, baby. Y'all stay up off of like that, man.
He dressed like Pinky from Next Friday and shit.
Yeah, bro. He just
he was
have you watched?
He out there.
Have you watched?
No, bro. He out there looking like if your boy from your boy Hey Man stepped this game up. Like, Hey Man was really a big pimp, man. That's how he be dressing like Florida dude. Hey man, that's that boy man.
Listen, you know how he dress, yo? He what's the bald head dude to be in all the Tyler Perry movies? Brown. He dressed like Brown.
Mr. Brown.
Oh,
Mr. Brown.
man,
Mr. Brown.
bro,
Mr.
stop.
Brown. Mr. Brown.
Hey, YSM, I know you listening. He dressed like Brown, yo.
Mr. Brown.
He dressed like Brown.
That's hella rude. You hella rude for that one.
Yo, that's a clip. That's a highlight clip right there.
Man, hella rude.
All you need to do is put Mr. Brown and Sean Porter side by side.
Yo, Sean Porter.
I'm about to make a post, nigga. I'm about to be on IG real quick. That shit is hilarious, nigga. Y'all niggas are savages. Y'all need to stop it. We won't get sponsored like this, man.
What we saying about Haney and Lopez?
Haney and Lopez. Let me get through this comment real quick. Davidian Simmons in the building. He said, hey, what's good, my brothers? God bless y'all and everyone in the chat. Davidian, I know you got way more than that, player. You be dropping heat, man. So give us some smoke, brother. But let's get the Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. I mean, the footage is all over the place, man. Their names is hot as fish grease right now. They was going back and forth arguing about a fight. Vlog, I'm gonna let you cook first on that one. Go ahead, brother.
Man, none of this matters, bro. These dudes are duck artists, man.
Hold on. Fight. Why, Vlog? Watch this, Shane. Why, Vlog?
What you mean? Why, bro? They ducking Emmanuel Tagu, bro. So they cat fighting in the streets to get the attention off them ducking the best lightweight on the planet. That's the real general of the division. This old pity pat pillow fight y'all had in the streets, and then how y'all meet up in Fresno? Like, of all places to run into each other at, y'all ran into each other in Fresno, bro. That shit is stage beyond stage, bro. No one goes to Fresno, bro. I'm just saying. So that in itself was a terrible look for Dezan, for Lopez, because I don't know who he's fighting on after whatever this fight. Man, this is just terrible, bro. If y'all don't get in there with Tagu and let's just get this social media fighting out the way, get in the ring with a real boxer who's not gonna do all of that. He just want to fight. He don't care about all of that money amount and who more popular. Oh man, my silk draws cleaner than your silk draws and all that old soft ass shit that these dudes is doing, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Let's stop this nonsense and let's get to the real dude of the division, man. Y'all can laugh all y'all want, but the record speaks for itself, bro.
I'm laughing.
Record speaks for itself, bro.
Vlog,
I'm laughing at the silk draws comment.
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm not.
I'm just saying.
Silk draws comment. I can tell you why I'm laughing.
I know why you.
I knew that. No, I'm gonna tell you why I'm laughing. It's not even what you think, man. Like, I ain't seen Vlog on camera in about a week and a half. Am I correct? It's been about a week and a half, Shane. About a week and a half. Yeah, so I'm like, for Vlog first show back in a week and a half, man, we got to get at least the over-under was at least 2 Emmanuel Tegu comments throughout the live. That was the over-under going in with the betters.
Once we done
You know what I'm
135, Emmanuel Tegu was gonna be mentioned. Once he done 135, Emmanuel Tegu.
But bro, they
served
it to me on a silver platter, bro.
I had to throw in the alley-oop, man. That was a major alley-oop out
there. The truth is, bro, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to Emmanuel Tegu, I swear, I just want this dude to get a big fight. Because at that point, if he gets a big fight, Blunt has to either put up or shut up. At that point.
Hold on. Can I ask, and Vlog, I know it might sound like I'm being funny. And Shane, I want you to answer this question too. I'm not even trying to be funny, yo. Emmanuel Tegu and Rolly Romero, who wins the fight?
Don't ask.
That's disrespectful.
Well,
that's disrespectful. This man already lost against a guy with the same style. And don't sit down on his punches. Because we know Jackson is not a banger. But Tegu will stand and bang with you because I've seen the man in clips fighting toe-to-toe. So just miss me with it. All he can do is counter punch and be on the outside and all that. No, this man is an all-around boxer. I think he'll bang the lights off out of Rolly. Rolly he's not experienced enough for a dude.
Who's Tegu fighting next, Blunt? Who's Tegu fighting next?
I reached out on IG. I ain't heard nothing back from my dude. So, you know, I know he busy, you know, potential world champion. So I ain't going to stunt your growth. But I'm not hearing much. I got to reach out to my dude, L-Dub. He got the latest and the greatest. But me personally, from talking direct to him like I have over the past, I haven't heard anything on this next fight. And he not on the card with Kambosos. He was supposed to be on the one that was set. Then it got unset. Then he got taken off that card. So I have no idea, bro. But he's still the best lightweight on the planet.
He does need to get I'm hoping he does get a fight, man. I'm hoping he gets a fight.
Yeah,
I do too, bro. I found the man.
No, that's a fact.
Run the bag.
Like they need to cut you a check, brother. Like they seriously.
I'm just saying, bro.
They need to cut him
I did a lot of homework before I brought that man name to the table. I did my homework, bro. This not just no random pull somebody's name off a list. I do my homework on these dudes. That's why I was telling everybody about Sandor Martin, bro. You do your homework and then you balance things out. You do the mathematics and you find out that was a 50-50 fight, goddammit.
Yeah, the one thing that I will say about Vlog is it's one thing to say these things behind closed doors, but you don't put the stamp on it. You don't put the time stamp on it. For the people that's listening and you might think Vlog has an unusual opinion, he time stamps everything he says. So you can't say like he's shooting for reactions and things like that, clickbait, things like that. No, he time stamps everything he says. So I gotta give it to him. And I will Vlog and our argument probably put Tegu on the map, to be perfectly honest. He still needs to go on the show, but
if we go back to the topic at hand, which was Teofimo and Devin, I do think they eventually will fight though. For some strange reason, I think they will fight.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nope. And I can tell you why. Vlog, you want to get in on that real quick before I jump in?
I'm going to just tell you, these dudes do not want to risk their social media popularity to lose to these other guys that are so-called growing social media dudes. Because Teofimo would be last on that social media chase that these youngsters find themselves on. So saying that to say this, that none of them are never going to fight each other. That's why you hear the Jojo Diaz's names. And when you hear those names, why aren't you hearing Emmanuel Tegu? This is still a solid fight, solid fighter. If you beat him, I can still respect your position in that lightweight 4 Kings situation that everybody's putting these dudes in. I'm just saying, bro, you're not fighting these dudes. They're not fighting each other.
A vlog, I just want to let you know before I start cooking up on this topic, I did pick over in the Emmanuel Tegu mentions in the live. I picked over 2.5. I just want to let you know. So I won this bet. But let me FanDuel me over here. I didn't FanDuel him. let me cook up on this one. So this is a classic example of a casual fan seeing this situation and having an opinion, and hardcore fans like ourselves. So the casual fan is going to look at that and be like, "Oh yeah, you know, Teofimo and Devin, they was arguing back and forth. Their dads was in on it. They were screaming at each other. It was good, you know, theater. It got the casuals excited. But I don't think they're fighting for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I'm big in looking at somebody's track record. And Teofimo's track record over the past year has been very Demetrius Andrade-esque in terms of business decisions. That's number one. As far as Devin Haney is concerned, everybody said, "Oh, Devin Haney's a free agent," and I told Shane this off camera. The free agent has just as much trouble as the guy that has the actual promotional deal, because the free agent, no promoter is going to want to give them a title shot or a title eliminator shot unless they have options on them. So if Devin Haney signs up for a title eliminator fight or actual title fight with a promoter, and the promoter gets options, then you're technically, quote unquote, not a free agent anymore. So that's another reason why I think that fight doesn't happen. Third thing, I don't think Bob Arum just wants to make it. Why would he make a Devin Haney fight when he got Lomachenko in the staple, and he don't have to deal with no other promoter? He could just make another in-house fight, and it's a rematch. Or he can make
Teofimo versus Josh Taylor.
He can make Josh Taylor as well. So there's a couple of reasons why I agree with Vlog on this one. I just don't see it happening.
Why I kind of see it happening is because who else is Devin gonna fight? I heard them talking about JoJo. I don't think that fight's gonna happen. I heard them talking about Ryan. I definitely know that fight ain't gonna happen. He's running out of opponents.
Can I respond to that real quick?
It's a possibility.
I respond to that real quick?
A possibility.
I gotta see Tevin actually jump back in the ring. I don't know if he's gonna be one of these guys that's gonna step in the ring. I know he got silk sheets right now. I know he got silk streets. He got silk sheets right now. So I'm questioning anybody that got silk sheets on the king size bed. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna have to show me, you know what I'm saying, that he's serious. But as far as Devin is concerned, to be honest with you, he could have Jojo Diaz and Emmanuel Tegu as his next 2 fights, and I would be perfectly okay with that.
But that ain't happening.
Why?
Well, for one, let's keep it real. We're talking about PR, like public perception. As much as Blunt is singing that song for Emmanuel Tegu, public perception doesn't really help the cause if he fought Emmanuel Tegu. But in terms of Jojo Diaz, I just don't think that fight's gonna happen. I don't think that fight's gonna happen. He offered Jojo Diaz a certain amount of money. Jojo Diaz is mandatory, and he didn't take the fight. So why is Jojo Diaz now gonna? Why would he? Why is he gonna take the fight? He's mandatory, and he's still not taking the fight. So,
Vlog, you want to respond to that before I do?
Not really. I mean, you dealing with Dezan. Dezan usually tries to not cupcake these dudes through an entire contract scenario. So I doubt if they put JoJo off of the victory he just had in there with somebody of a non-equal name, because that does nothing for JoJo. He has to have a fight somebody with equal value name to keep Dezan in that sort of pay attention to us realm of promoting. So I kind of disagree that fight, it can happen, because who else you gonna fight, bro? You can't go the rest of this year without setting something up for 2022. You gotta do something, bro.
Yeah, let me piggyback off that. Shane, what was DAZN's last fight they just aired? What was the
Don't even
fight?
Mikey
know.
Garcia
Oh,
and
Mikey. Yeah,
Sandor
Mikey.
Martin.
Yeah.
Unknown name.
So they gave him an unknown name, right? As a main event. The fight was so bad that Mikey Garcia got upset, and it's still not like it's not headlines. Like it's not blazing through these streets like that. That's how bad the fight was. So I'm a disagree because if they can give you Mikey Garcia and Martin, they can definitely give you Devin Haney and a Tegu. They can get away with that if they thought they could get away with a Martin fight. That's the first thing. Second thing is with JoJo. Take JoJo, right? So Shane, I do agree with you as far as your logic in terms of JoJo. But here's what I'll add to it. Where is JoJo gonna go if he doesn't take a fight like a Devin Haney? There is no Ryan Garcia because he has a quote unquote hand injury or whatever the case may be. Where does he go? You understand what I'm saying? What are his options?
The only thing JoJo can do, the only thing I would say to answer for Shane, and let me answer for you, young buck, JoJo would have to start fighting the other fighters that the Haneys and the Lopez's beat to do something to kind of, you know what I mean, kind of what they did with Tagu. Look at this guy that everybody did the rounds with. Can Tagu beat him? That means he's in that sort of conversation. So he did his job. I think JoJo, they may put him in a position to do that again. He just did it. I think he could do it again, but I don't think it'll work for DAZN to kind of stay in the mix of that lightweight, pay attention to us division. They gotta keep since these dudes not fighting, bro. So DAZN has to be able to force the hand of the fighters that they have some say so in, and that's Devin Haney, that's JoJo Diaz.
That's
just saying, that's man. Any JoJo Diaz, Emmanuel Tagu, Haney, any trio right there, and these dudes are all under that DAZN umbrella right now. Any of that trios make sense for me. Early 2022, even late 2021 for a couple of them who we haven't seen in a minute.
Yeah, I just think the zone is kind of slim pickings right now, and I think like Shane, I agree with the logic. I just twist your logic up a little differently.
I mean, it's gonna be an attempt. Eddie Hearn will attempt to make Teofimo versus Devin Haney. Now he might not succeed, but he will attempt. Just like he attempt to make Andrade and Charlo. Didn't succeed in making it, but then made Andrade fight Quigley or whoever he's fighting, another trust fight.
But the thing,
if they able to pull off this pay-per-view adage to DAZN, then they can start making these fights. See, when we looking at DAZN as strictly a streaming service, what
the pay-per-view thing is just absolutely so scandalous from Eddie Hearn. For him to add pay-per-view to the zone or him to encourage pay-per-view to the zone is absolutely scandalous in my opinion.
The only way I see that working, is unless they got some type of deal in place where they can actually bring some people that's not within the umbrella to get on the pay-per-view if they're splitting percentages and things like that from a business perspective. Outside of that, it really doesn't make sense. It really.
Let me add this. Sense. Now it can work. Now, I'm gonna tell you why it can work, because the UFC is proof it can work. They have pay-per-views on ESPN Plus.
I'm not saying it.
Because they're the only umbrella.
Wait, 1 second though, Jeff. The reason why I'm saying it can't work is not because of the model, but because of the truth is. When Eddie Hearn came into this American market and came with the zone, his idea was, we're going to get rid of pay-per-view. That was what his unique selling point is. No more $80 nights, $70 nights. Pay a monthly subscription and this is what you get. Now he's encouraging pay-per-view, you look. Not only do you look like a liar, but you look from a fan's perspective. You kind of look like you're taking steps backwards because your whole idea was to set up a platform where you can put on high-level fights, overpay fighters, and still be consistent and compete with other networks. Now you realize it's not successful. You're now going back to the Al Haymans, the Bob Arum ways of doing things. I just think that's so hypocritical and
vlog, watch this. Shane, are you talking about Eddie or are you talking about Al?
Talking about Eddie Hearn.
Okay, so you heard everything you just said, right?
Yeah.
Did Al not do the exact same thing?
No, but there's a difference though.
How?
There's a difference.
How?
The difference is, bro, let's look at the quality of what Al Heyman's provided this year. And let's look at the lack of quality Eddie Hearn's. Bro, he's put Canelo versus all of these, as Blunt says, these European fighters. He's put Andre against Liam Williams, not a great fight. He put Devin Haney against Linares. That wasn't a 50-50 fight. What fight has he put on the zone this year that's actually value for money for an American fan?
Hey Shane, but you moved the goalposts a little bit. Your argument was basically from a business model perspective. You said from going from streaming to offering a pay-per-view service. That's a business model argument. But the reason I said Al, no, you're right. You're right. Don't get me wrong. You're right. But the reason I said Al,
let the man talk.
I got the thing is with Al, right? Al came into the game and tried to get rid of pay-per-view because of Canelo. He tried to get rid of pay-per-view. So he tried to flood the free market and they were shitting on pay-per-view. They was trying to get rid of it. But he's saying it wasn't working. So now Al got pay-per-view running every 6 weeks. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think they're going to look at Eddie Hearn as a liar or anything like that. It goes to your actual comment. Eddie Hearn ain't got the roster and DAZN ain't got the roster to actually put anything on pay-per-view. I can sign up for that. For sure.
No, now this is where I think the pay-per-view can work because as he mentioned, you can bring in outside names that aren't affiliated per se with Matchroom, locked in contractually. That Tank sort of name, that Terrence Crawford sort of name, because you're offering fair value on the pay-per-view market. So that alone will entice somebody to come sit down with you, or at least get freed up to be able to sit down with you. You see what I'm saying? Just like what Al did.
Are you thinking vlog? Are you thinking more so like the card we kind of just watched, like that mixed card with Fury and Wilder, like the way that undercard was set up?
Exactly.
More so along
exactly.
Go ahead, Shane.
The difference is though, when Eddie Hearn's approached these dudes in the past, it wasn't down to financials why it didn't happen. It was down to the fact that Al Heyman or Bob Arum just didn't want to do business with Eddie Hearn. Let's keep it real. When was the last time Al Heyman sent a fighter over to another platform? He's not going to send a fighter over to Eddie Hearn. Even if it's joint promotion, he don't do that. Even if it's joint promotion, he won't do that. Because personally,
hold up, bro. This is what you not understanding, bro. Just like this streaming stuff popped up on us here recently, past 3 to 5 years as far as boxing is concerned, and everybody having these fight club apps and things like that. The game changes, bro. The game changes. The old heads, the way they used to do business, they're going to have to adapt or they're going to get left behind. Uncle Al ain't that concrete in his shoes that he ain't never going to change his mind about making money, bro. That's what they into the sport for. It ain't into say, well, I got 50 fighters over here and y'all can't use none of them. And this is not kindergarten, bro. This is a sport that people make money in. It's an entertainment sport. So I can't believe that Uncle Al, that Bob's daughter, nephew, son, whoever's going to run top rank when Bob is gone, is going to stay concrete that we don't do business across the street. It's got to change, bro. It's got to change.
The difference with that is it goes back to roster. The reason why Al Heyman might have entertained it before, Barbara might have entertained it before, was when AJ had a pulling power. There's not enough people on Eddie Hearn's stable where you can go, okay, I'll make a deal with you on that fight. He doesn't have that. Even Canelo, bro, he thought he had it. Canelo just went over to PBC. Eddie Hearn doesn't have anyone that's going to entice Al Heyman to do business with him. Name me one fighter that will entice Al Heyman to do business with Eddie Hearn. There's not one.
Yeah,
he doing business with Devin Haney right now. That's a major name. He's got one of the most. He's got probably one of the. I don't know how to describe him, but the boy Babbage, the boy name ringing bells in the streets in that heavyweight division. He has sellable characters. Now, does he have an Al Heyman roster? No, he doesn't, bro. But to say that he doesn't have somebody that's possibly in the next year or two able to get their steam up enough that Uncle Al and them can't overlook it, and we gotta sit down and maybe bring them over here. If anything, worst come to worst, come on over here. You still doing business. It doesn't matter what platform you're doing business with. The main thing is to get the best fights happening. And if you gotta build your fighters up, such as Cambosa Jr., any of these dudes, do that, bro. And then you go pitch them across the street and see if the Thurmans and all of them dudes is not jumping on these type of fights. Just saying.
Well, the thing is, it's a risk on all parties from a business perspective. Like it's a huge risk. Let's just say DAZN actually does a pay-per-view. I think we can all assume it's not going to be the $70, $80 that you usually see, because they're not going to charge half of a year's subscription for one card when they charge $10, $15 a month for the actual service. So their pay-per-views are going to be relatively cheaper. No,
bro, that shit is $30 a month. The fee for the monthly joint about to go up if you pay it month to month. So their pay-per-view estimation could be in that $69 to $80 range, bro. This is something. This is because I read. So they're actually trying to level up the game to show these dudes, if y'all don't want to do business, then I'm gonna show you we can do business on our own over here. This is when you
go ahead, Vlog. Go. Finish up. Go ahead. Finish up, Vlog. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. That was it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Shane.
This is I agree with Blunt, but you know what worries me is because when I hear the justification for why the price point is going up, it's ridiculous, bro. The other day I heard Eddie Hearn talking about, oh, we had a Spanish show the other day, we got Mikey Garcia, we got this fight, we got that, I'm thinking, if I'm an American fan, I don't care about none of those fights, bro. You haven't made one fight for me that I think is, and I praise Eddie Hearn when I think he deserves praise, and I criticize him when I think bro, from a American standpoint, you have done nothing for me this year. Absolutely nothing. So why would you increase the payment when you ain't provided nothing for me? This year has been absolutely abysmal from DAZN. Absolutely abysmal.
Bro, I can't disagree with you more. I cannot disagree with you more, bro. On that platform alone, they've had a fight of the year contender in the Haney, the boy that got boxed. Boxing lesson. What's the boy name again? Slipped my mind because you pissed me off so much. Who the boy Haney just beat up over there?
You can't be talking about Linares. That was not no
fight of the year.
Man, that's fight of the year. That's a fight of the year candidate, bro.
You bugging.
How was that not? So you saying, hold up. You saying the clinic that Haney put on cannot be considered a fight of the year? Fight of the year's gotta be. Hell no. It don't have to be a back and forth fight, bro. It
has to be a close fight. Hold on, Shane. It has to be competitive.
Shane, hold on.
Who said that?
Hold on. Let me reel my guy back in.
You don't gotta reel me in. Ain't no reeling no OG.
He ain't been on camera. He ain't been on camera in a week and a half, man. I seen him puffing a little something a little earlier, man. Let me reel my guy back in. Vlog, let me ask you this question. Under normal circumstances, if a 9-3, 10-2 fight breaks out, when have you ever seen that fight be considered fight of the year?
I'm not everybody else, bro. So I don't analyze fights the way everybody else analyzes fights.
I'm talking to you.
And I'm telling you, yeah, I've seen other fights. I've seen Floyd fight and dispatch dudes in a 12-0 sort of thing, 10-0 sort of run. And the way he did it is a fight of the year, bro. Because the fight was so easy to this man.
But a vlog, you want to know what it sound like, bro? Remember I don't know if you was watching, but Will was in the comment section and he kept on saying Tyson Fury was invincible. And we kept on saying, we hear what you're saying, but you're using the wrong word. I think this is a classic situation where it sounds like you're saying that Devin Haney had one of the top performances of the year. Not fight of the year.
A fight of the year has to be competitive.
It ain't the same.
A fight of the year has to be competitive.
It ain't the same.
Fight of the year has to be competitive.
For who?
Fight of the year has to be competitive.
For who? For who?
It wasn't a competitive fight, bro.
Hold on, Shane. Hold on.
I'm listening, bro.
Vlog. They're bro. Hold on. It's me and you, baby. It's me and you. Listen. Listen, you know that's not the same. You know that. You know that's not the same thing. You know that. A top performance in a fight of the year is two different things, bro.
He put on a clinic against the dude who got knocked out in a 1 round, bro. He got knocked out in 1 round in his previous fight. I don't really want to hear that. That's not fight of the year, bro. The dude got knocked out in 1 round. And Devin Haney put on a clinic. Amazing performance against him. But that ain't no fight.
Hold up, bro. Let's stop. What does what happened to him in the past fight have anything to do with that fight? That's where you wrong when you start analyzing fighters, bro. You talk about
ain't that great, bro. The dude ain't that great.
So you telling me what does it have to do with the fight in itself, bro? You analyzing him as the individual, and you're not looking at the fight, bro.
It was not competitive.
So you telling me you at no point in time. So you telling me at no point in time in them 12 rounds that you felt like Linares had a puncher's chance, had the veteran's ability to get something.
What I'm telling you is, in terms of fight,
that's why we made this
a vlog.
I can name 5 fights that were better.
Hey Shane, a vlog. You've told me off camera that you felt like Linares ain't have no shot because Devin Haney was that dominant. You told me that off camera, correct?
No, I'm saying during the fight. After the fight, yeah, I said that because he never let his hands go, but the power to me was there. So it was always that sort of anticipation. I did a live, bro. These fools was in the live talking about Linares coming back. Linares gonna get him. And then he got the one little thing off at the end of a round. And that momentum carried him through the rest of the fight, even though he got a clinic put on him. So when you get a clinic put on somebody in a fight, you cannot.
I can name 5 fighters off the dome. 5 fights better than that fight.
Go ahead, Shane.
Off the dome.
Go ahead, Shane.
There's no way that fight's better than Wilder Fury 3. No way on God's green you're saying it's better than that. There's no way it's better than Chocolatito versus Estrada. There's no way that's better than Castano versus Charlo. There's no way that's better than Brandon Figueroa versus Luis Neri. And there's no way that's better than Bachelt versus Valdez. No way. No way. That's 5 fights better than that fight easily.
Hey, vlog, you gotta get it up.
And all of those fights that you mentioned, hold up, bro. And all the fights that you mentioned, we only seen one clinic. And the clinic was put on by a man that's been a proven juicer. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But at the same time, bro, hold up. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish, bro. You brought up Bachelt and you brought up Valdez. That was a boxing clinic. Did you telling me Haney did not put on the same performance? A boxing fucking clinic? And you just mentioned a fight.
I'm saying it was competitive. It was not competitive.
But you're saying, hold on. Vlog, but you're saying, vlog, you're talking about the performance. When you're talking about fight of the year, you're talking about the quality of the fight. Competitive. It wasn't competitive, bro. It wasn't competitive.
Burchell and Valdez was not competitive.
I'm talking. No, hold on. No. Hold on. I'm talking about Devin Haney and Linares. That fight was not competitive. It was not competitive.
Okay. Whatever y'all. I mean, y'all analyze things the way y'all do. I don't think like everybody else, bro.
Bro, if you
that's what the people need to understand.
Hold on. Vlog, that's fine. But if you're telling me that Devin Haney and Jorge Linares is a fight of the year candidate, then boxing's in a real bad place. That's what I'm telling you. It's in a real bad place. If Devin Haney, don't do that to boxing. Don't do that to boxing. Do this to boxing. Say boxing's in a real bad place in the general's mind. Because that's how I think, bro. I don't think like everybody else. I'm not a sheep. I'm a lone wolf out this motherfucker, homie. So I don't analyze the sport the way everybody else does. Bro, but listen.
That's a fact.
But Vlog, you're disrespecting your own intelligence, bro. You're disrespecting your own intelligence.
No, I'm not, bro, because I'm telling you as a boxing fan. No, bro, stop it, bro. Stop it.
You talking about
as a boxing fan.
You talking about Haney's performance. You're not talking about the actual fight. You talking about his performance.
I'm talking about the whole fight. I'm talking about what he was up against. A proven veteran, somebody that obviously has sting, that touched him. Bro, so he had to fight through that.
Name was not
I'm just saying, bro.
Linares' name wasn't
I said a veteran, bro. I never said a veteran. I never. Bro, stop, bro. I don't put words in my mouth. I said a veteran.
But how was that? So
I said
how
a
was
veteran.
That a fight of the year candidate? How was a 9-3-10-2 fight a fight of
because
the year?
The performance was Ucho Delicioso, homie. That's why it's a fight of the year candidate. Because the performance through the fight was outstanding. Yes, it was. You're in a fight to give me that performance.
Bro, is that the performance?
Come on, bro. Now you want to play tit for tat. You ain't changing my mind, bro. Ain't none of this.
It takes two to make a fight, bro.
Okay, so if the one fighter, hold up. So if the one fighter is so much better than the other fighter, that means it's not a fight? Yes, it just was a fight that he got a master class put on his ass. That's all that means. What are you talking about, means, bro?
For me, bro, what I say is, what I look at it is, bro, when the fight of the year is, when I look at a fight, is when both fighters brought their A game and they both were competitive. That fight was not competitive. Linares did not fight Linares did not fight.
Now, stop.
Did not fight.
Stop. What was your key words in there? Shane, what was your key words in there? How I see fight of the year. That's the key word on what you just said.
Blunt.
So what I said was how I see that fight. I ain't trying to convince none of y'all that that's a fight of the year in your mind.
Bro, Blunt. This one of them situations where the Blunt Bayless is just going completely left field.
It ain't going left field, bro. I've been said that. This ain't even no last minute thing.
Bro, Vlog. It's no way. Hold on. The 5 fights that Shane mentioned is Linares and Haney better than any of those fights Shane mentioned?
Was it more competitive?
Neri, it was better than Valdez because Valdez got issues. It was better than Neri because Neri let us down.
But Neri still came to
what's
fight.
What's the other one?
Wilder Fury.
Man, don't even talk to me about these. I can't. I'll never discuss that situation again. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I can't. I don't even want to talk about that night, bro. That night was a travesty. I almost died as a boxing fan that night, bro. Like, goddamn, bro, this shit was. Oh my god, bro! All the homies was out there getting the paws put on them, my dude. Oh, Shane, you ain't shit for bringing that night up again, bro. Goddamn.
Vlog.
I lost the bag on that shit.
Hey, Vlog. I just want to know who's the new connect out there, man. Because that shit you smoking tonight is.
Oh man, that's no, bro. You know how I am, man. Stop that, bro. Don't do that to the people out there in the streets, man. Bro, you know I don't think like that, bro.
One second, Jeff. Let me ask you a question. In your opinion, Blunt, did Devin Haney put on more of a clinic than Usyk?
Oh, that's a good question.
Man, it was close. God damn, it was fucking close. After that, See, that fight happened too. God damn, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Yeah, that's where you can have fight of the year. You see what I'm saying? When you do what Usyk did, to me, that's fight of the year type shit.
That's
bro.
That's fighter of the year. To me, that's fighter of the year, not fight of the year. I think that's performance of the year, not fight of the year. Because to me, Castano won Charlie.
I mean,
and Wilder and Fury, fight of the year for me.
Shane, I'm gonna quote my man Boxing First Vlog on this one. I'm gonna
look at fight of the year different.
I'm gonna quote my man's on this one. He just said that about Usyk, right? Did he not get on this same camera and said, "I ain't trying to see you getting on your mountain bike and all that other stuff"? Am I correct? Am I correct? Am I correct? Vlog, can you give me this round on that one? That was a mic drop.
Man,
all right. You gotta give me that.
You got me, but now that you know how that fight gotta settle in on you, bro. It settled in on me.
But
you can't, bro. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Vlog, can I say this real quick, bro? Can I say this real quick? I'm not disagreeing with the performance that Devin Haney had. When he fought Linares, did I think it was gonna be it was a picture perfect performance outside of the one shot. Outside of the one shot, he put on a clinic. What I'm saying, and I think Shane would probably agree, is that when you're talking about individual performances, not the whole fight in its totality, individual performances against a quality opponent, Devin Haney had one of the premier performances against a really good named opponent. I think we can all agree on that.
Now
when we talking fight of the year. That's something different.
Hold up. Now I can rebut what you're saying. It seems like you're tending to lean my way. Now, if you're looking at a situation like this, what if the fight was so good and what happened through the fight as what I didn't expect Devin to do that? I'm not gonna lie. No power, still kept the man at bay, whoop-de-whoop. Beautiful, Floyd-esque. That's what I said that night on my live, Floyd-esque. But my thing is, if the fight is so good, why can't, like, one so good, one-sided, why can't it still be considered fight of the year? Why does it have to necessarily say,
can I answer that?
That it's got to be a back and forth thing. I mean, I'm just asking a question.
I got a perfect answer for that. And I'm gonna use your own logic, brother. You tell me one fight that Floyd had that was 12-0, 11-1, 10-2, and you considered it fight of the year.
Against Pacquiao. He made Pacquiao miss so many fucking punches. He made Pacquiao miss so many punches. So many punches that defensively that fight stood out on a year, on the aspect if you look over that year. That's all I'll say.
That fight was better than Kovalev and Andre Ward.
A vlog.
I didn't say it was the best fight that year.
No,
I'm giving you a reason on why it stood in my mind as fight of the year.
So you don't look at fight of the year as fights being competitive. You look at it one side.
I don't look. It doesn't have to be a back and forth thing for me. It has to be it has to be what happened that night inside that ring. That's all I'm going off of. That's it.
This is why I'm kind of probing you on this, bro, because we watch other sports outside of boxing. So if it's a basketball game going on and a basketball team puts on a clinic and they blow a team out by 30, are you considering that game of the year? It kind of don't make sense.
It's different because I know we talk about. Hold up. It's different because basketball is a sport that you play every fucking day. So if you're doing that every day, then you have everyday games of the year. Yes. The only way I can answer that. I can't say because the Lakers.
So where does competition?
And it's who you did it against. It's who you did it against too.
But where does
now you brought up basketball,
right? So is
competition what I'm saying now? Your competition.
So is competition not important?
If your performance is so much better than your competition, is the fight supposed to be overlooked? So I can rebut that question with another question. We could be doing this all night, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is fight
But 1 second, Jeff, though. 1 second, Jeff. In my opinion, going into that fight, you said who you're doing it against. When I look at other fights in this year, other dudes have had more daunting tasks than Devin Haney, and they put on more competitive fights in terms of a fight to watch. And you also had a dude in Usyk where he had a more daunting task, because in your opinion you thought Usyk was going to lose, and he won in better fashion than you thought he was going to win, like Devin Haney.
Hold
but
up.
The difference was Devin Haney was fighting it.
First of all, stop. I never called Usyk AJ on that sort of game plan level of, AJ gonna steal. Well, I never said that. I don't even think I picked that fight on the damn .com. But if I did, I was just going off of who everybody else was picking. I never broke that fight down like that. I did.
Yes.
Did I? Because I don't feel like I did. I didn't do no video or nothing on that shit. I don't remember that, man. I'm lost on that one. But
you did.
Okay. All right. Again, I ain't saying you is, but again, I could do this with y'all all night on this particular topic, though, bro. And I don't want to do that because the fans is in here. And another thing, bro, to talk to the people in the chat, y'all only getting this the way y'all getting it because I'm not no bootlick ass nigga that's gonna be like, oh, he agree with what everybody else say. No, I got my own brain cell and I think the way I think. That's why I survived all these moons. I've survived. You understand me? So you get to thinking like I think, and you can wiggle in this world like I wiggle. You dig? So anyway, I don't have to agree with my dudes. I still love them though. I ain't gonna lie.
Bring it back to my point though, Blunt. Even if you say that, even if you bring,
you don't have no point. Moving on.
No, wait. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, even if you said, let's say Devin Haney and Linares was fight of the year. Bring it back to my original point, bro. That's not valid for a whole year of the zone's boxing, bro. This is 10 months in, and you can only bring up one fight. That is horrendous. You can only bring up one fight that was competitive.
They've had some good events. The zone has had some good events.
Like
the one where they was in the backyard, when they in your boy backyard.
And that was value for money. What for? You can't even remember none of those fights. I can't even remember none of those fights. And I'm in England and I can't even remember none of those fights.
The event was good, bro. We talking about
that. You're paying for an event you wasn't even at. You wasn't even there, and you're still paying for it.
Blunt, I just want to know what's in the blunt, yo. I just want to know what he's smoking.
Man, I'm smoking on these cookies and cream, man. You know, I ain't nothing but some cookies and cream.
Oh man, hold on. Let me get in the comments. I ain't been in the comments in about a half hour. Kiki is in the building. Big shout out to you. For the people that don't know, I did lose a bet to Kiki. I did make the payment to Kiki. I was, I had to add a little tax to that. So hopefully she's enjoying, the Cowboys doing what they doing. But I am a man of my word. So the payment did go over to Kiki a couple days ago. Padman McGriff in the building. He said that's not gonna happen. I'm assuming he's talking Haney and Teofimo.
He'll be a good person to speak about because he's trained both of them.
Well, I mean, he was training Teofimo when he was like 15 years old, 16. So I'm assuming he's probably partially leaning to Teofimo.
But he also had Devin Haney on.
He also had Devin Haney as well. Yeah, that's true. It says since Floyd retired, basically Al Haney really hasn't done a damn thing, honestly. Now, if you're talking from like that cash cow since Floyd, you're talking, then you're correct. I mean, you're talking.
But in terms of actual fights that he's made some good fights.
He made some good. I
wouldn't say he's made casual fights though. He hasn't made
casual fights, but he's made good hardcore in fights. So it depends on which scale you're looking at it in. what set of glasses you looking at it through. You know what I'm saying? But for the people that's listening, like that's why we love having Vlog on the show. And I always say this, a vlog off camera. The one thing that I like about him is that he's gonna bring something up that somebody else is thinking, but they'll never say it.
And me and Jeff think too alike. That's the problem.
Yeah,
we think way too alike.
Yeah. So even though I think the cookies and cream is a little strong today, that's how the man feeling. You know what I'm saying? But he epitomizes.
I'm giving you the middle finger right now.
That's fine. I can't see it, so it's fine. You know what I'm saying? But he gives people the courage to actually come out and say their opinion. But it also lets everybody else know that you can get your opinion off, no matter what it is. You can get your opinion off. All we ask you to do is argue your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, argue your opinion. Like when we had the show and like Beams 2K came in and just kind of gave some general spiel, and we like, nah, like that ain't gonna work. He didn't argue his opinion. He didn't argue his opinion.
Bro,
like, you understand what I'm saying? So that's a classic example of that.
Because he came in with some, I don't even know where he got them glasses from, bro. He looked like he was going to space.
Yo, those are a vlog. You'll appreciate this one. Those were the Soldier Boy tell him glasses when he was you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those are them glasses.
Yo, man, wow, that is those glasses. That's terrible though. Yeah. You should never have those.
Yeah, you should never ever have them. Padman said if he's a high-end promoter, then he should be doing nothing but high-end, because that's where he has us. But he is the man, and we want to see top high-end fights from him. Padman, I will say this, bro. There's a lot of fights on the PBC side that has not been made that I feel like should have been made.
And the problem is with this dude as well. The reason why you're not seeing the facts that you want to see Padman and the rest of us want to see is because he refuses to do business. We love what he done with Wilder and Fury, and I have to bring it up again, Blunt. But that's not often enough.
Yeah, I mean that was
bro.
Listen, that was
bro. Can I be
that was
honest?
Weekend of the year. Go ahead, Vlog?
Can I be honest, bro?
Yes,
what
sir.
they did with Tyson Fury was chase the great white hype, and the great white hype happened to be the hype. That's the way it happened. They went and they looked for a particular character. They found them. They just didn't think that character was going to stand up under Deontay's power, and obviously he did. For 3 fucking fights, and
yeah, it backfired.
Just
it
backfired. That's all.
Mr. Shenanigans have you eaten crow right now?
Yeah.
Not really, bro, because I'm going to say in this fight, he cheated too.
How?
But y'all ain't saying nothing about that weight, man. This motherfucker came in damn near 400 pounds.
I'm all ears, bro. I'm
just saying, man. Nobody's talking about that weight difference,
Shane,
bro. You talking about 60 pounds over 11 rounds of leaning on you, grabbing you. That's gonna break you down. And then with Deontay, he was all upper body strength training. That bench pressing, that 400 and all that shit. I ain't see you kicking nothing with them legs, man. You should have been pushing cars, bro. Honest to God, you should have been working straight legs if he was gonna come in with that weight that he came in with.
Where did
this is something that he's too fucking big, bro. That's fucking cheating. You're too fucking big. Get that ass out of here with that shit, man. Fuck out of here with that shit, man.
Bro. You're getting clipped. You're getting clipped.
I'm just saying, bro.
Can I entertain that for a second, man?
He's too big at heavyweight. He's too big at heavyweight. That's funny.
Hey, bro. So can I ask you this, man? The weight difference wasn't too much between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua.
What you mean? Hold on. How you mean?
Hold on. What do you mean? What I mean?
How you mean?
Andy Ruiz was 287. Am I correct?
And Joshua was 230.
He was 235.
Difference. Andy Ruiz doesn't have the height to make that weight an advantage by leaning taller, heavier fighter on shorter, smaller fighter.
Is that against the rules? Is that against the rules to weigh? Is it against the rules to weigh 285 pounds?
No, he wasn't 285 pounds. That's what he was at the weigh-in, motherfucker. He was 400 when it came to fight night.
Is that against the rules?
It should have been, motherfucker. I ain't never seen no. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro. That's cheating. Still, it's a smart way of cheating, but it's still cheating. It's just Mr. Shenanigans being Mr. Shenanigans. It was just a good, smart way to do it.
That's funny.
I'm just saying, man. Don't be mad at me, man.
Listen, and I know why Vlog is saying this, man. And it's an off-camera thing, man. But there's a reason why he's saying it.
He loves Wilder, and it's okay to love Wilder.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's something else, and I'm not even gonna say it on camera. I've been talking to him off camera about it. But
it's funny though. It's funny.
Listen, Vlog was supposed to hit a lick.
He rehydrated 120 pounds.
he ate a car after the weigh-in.
Bro, you're telling me he
400.
ate Errol Spence.
Yo, you got me crying over here, yo. Hold on. Padman said, I love my guy BoxingFirst Vlog. He laughing. Conrad said, what is up? Almost missed the YouTube notification.
Bro, we about to sign out. I don't know how you come in so late.
No, I know he missed the notification because Conrad be one of the first ones in the building. But we always say like sometimes these notifications don't be going out promptly. And I actually
I didn't even get mine.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, usually I'll get somebody that said they got the notification, and I don't know if it's just one of them.
I didn't get my notification today.
Yeah, and I promoted this like hours in advance, on all platforms. So, and I put it up early. So it was really no reason why, that shouldn't have been the case. But
this week we got a big fight coming, so we're gonna do some lives on that fight.
Yeah, man, Shakur and Jamel Herring, man, that's a big fight, man. I didn't know he had a baby on the way. I didn't know that.
Who's Shakur?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I got mixed feelings on that. That can work either way. That can really work either way.
Bro, this dude look like.
Hold on, you know where you right on that, Jeff, on that mindset, because the homie just had a baby, and whatever stress or whatever was going on with his camp wasn't right, because obviously he went out there and got his ass beat. And that's my boy Babyface. Babyface and them just had their second child right after the fight. True. I mean, he in the hospital with his face fucked up. A hell of a way for your child to see you for the first time. Just saying.
No, that's crazy. You looking like
so you got a point with that.
Yo, the baby came out the womb, was like, Dad, what happened to you? Like,
that ain't my daddy. That ain't my daddy, bro.
That ain't my daddy.
Man, and I love my boy, but he shouldn't have never took them pictures.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Man.
But with Shakur, like he's definitely in them silk sheets. He's in them silk sheets, bro.
Yeah, Kalnacki came in the hospital with paw prints on his face. He had paw patrol on his cheeks.
Y'all gonna stay off my guys. I'm only on this. I can only. Yeah, but y'all don't pile on my dude. I was just reiterating or supporting what you said, using my dude, but don't do that to my guy, man. God damn it.
Yo,
the truth is, Kalnacki needs to retire.
Yo, their baby pictures look like a
I think he
sparring
will.
session. Yo.
Look like a what?
I said their baby pictures look like a sparring session. Like,
Literally. Literally. Bro, it's so
Damn.
crazy. I'm just
man.
thinking being born and you see your dad so effed up. I mean, subconsciously that can't be good for your for your you're not supposed to idolize your dad.
He
See your dad as
better
a
hope that
loser.
baby nearsighted. That's the only thing. He better hope that baby nearsighted.
Yo.
I'm just saying. I love my dude though. That's
I mean, he's
with
called
all
Babyface
honesty.
for a
You
reason.
know I
Already.
love my dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, he tender.
Yo.
He real tender in the cheekbone. He real
Yeah,
tender.
That's Yo, Kyle Naki looked like he got robbed. Like, like he got mugged in the streets.
In Brooklyn, right
In
before
Brooklyn.
the fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
He looked like he fought someone who cheated. He looked
Yeah,
like he
that's a
fought someone
fact.
who cheated.
That's a fact. That's a
Would you
fact,
say
man.
loaded gloves?
Yeah.
Bro, he
got
had
hit.
Robert Helenius doing Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones Jr., everything. Bro, Paul
Yo,
Counters, Ali
yo.
Shuffle,
When I
shoulders
seen-
on
when I
everything.
seen-
Hey, do you know what this is? Hold up. This is what this is. Them matchmakers at PBC fucking stink.
Bro, a vlog.
They
I
fucking
told you,
stink.
vlog. Did I not tell you months ago Kyle Naki should have went in a different direction? I
Man,
told
bro,
you that
you
months
said,
ago.
I mean, you said that after the first Wilder in them fight. And
Wait,
this was
wait,
like 2 years ago.
Did PBC lose every fight? Wait, a Jaguar lost as well, isn't it? And Wilder. Oh my gosh.
Well, Frank Sanchez is a PBC dude, so you know what I mean. Your boy FA over at
top rank.
I don't know who Sanchez was.
FA went to top rank. They did a trade.
Oh,
Yeah,
FA went to top rank. So
Yeah.
top rank took a loss on that one. Top rank took a loss
Yeah.
on that one.
I just thought Kyle Naki should have went in a different direction. Like I said, he'd have been better off fighting a Babbage. That's right up his alley.
You know
Like,
what it is, bro. With guys, they not realizing it's a certain style that they cannot beat, and that's just what it is when you're a fighter. That's why what Floyd was able to do and some other fighters of his ilk were able to do is always going to be phenomenal. You can step out this game without a donut. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing on any level. So props to whoever historical fighter has been able to do that, because there is a style out there for every single man that think they can hold his hands that can beat you. Somebody's going to do some Prince Nassim type shit, or some traditional Sugar Ray Leonard type of shit, or whatever. It's a style out there to beat every man. And when these dudes ran into that style, they weren't smart enough to see it. No facts, but they weren't smart enough to see it. Their camps weren't smart enough to see it. And then, you know what? Let's go this way, man. Let's go to the right. Let's go bust a left.
You know what I'm saying that, Jim?
Damn.
Why you say that?
Because all of those dudes, when it comes to Boots, there's no one that can beat Boots. This dude has to, as Bootsy says, he has to do a versus with Jesus, because that's the only way this dude's gonna lose, bro.
You know the thing that's crazy, like everybody in Philly talks the same way when it comes to the Boots. I don't change my stripes at the end of the day. I'm like, Boots is Philly. I'ma always support Philly, but my boxing brain and my boxing eye is very independent. It's a simple.
This is what I know.
He gonna have to show me. He is
the best prospect in the sport, or best fighter. He's got the best ceiling in the sport. But
yeah, his ceiling is amazing.
You can't just make a man think he's the best already.
I'm not crowning Boots just because I don't have to right now. I don't have to right now. So I'm not. It's not even a disrespect to Boots. Not even disrespect to him. I'm not gonna put him above Crawford and Spence just because they done put the work in. So I'm not going to do that. Go ahead, Vlog.
What we can say about, well, what I can say about Philly fighters is we some hella boxers. That's you know what it is with the city in boxing. But what gets our boxers in trouble is fights. When we draw that line in the sand, and we get into them combats, most of the time is not to the Phillies fighters. It's not the best side the Philly fighters should be doing. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully Boots doesn't get into that realm of boxing where, you know what, you in a goddamn fight, you gotta go toe to toe. That's the Boots I'm not sure of, because we haven't seen that yet. So maybe they've seen it in the gym because of the wars in the gym, but us as everyday fans, we haven't seen that yet. So for me, I'm still scared of that moment.
Hey,
I thought it happened for Ivan Robinson, but salute to the champ. He withstood that fight against Gotti that he had inside that boxing match.
Boy,
so
he put pause,
I was scared.
Put pause on Gotti too. Something crazy.
But it was a fight inside there, and he had to go toe to toe, and he did his thing. Yeah, but you get Boots in that same scenario, and what's to happen against suspense?
That's the thing. And Vlog, I'm glad you said that, because that's there's nothing wrong with wanting to see a guy actually do it. Like, I want to see him actually. Now, I know he has difficulty getting opponents, things like that. Tomas Delorme, solid opponent. He's a solid opponent. He's been in with everybody, solid opponent. For me personally, I'm like, I don't like crowning guys until they actually give me something to actually crown them. He looks like the goods. He looked like the goods. He's one of the. I would say he's probably one of the best pure physical talents I've seen, just with my own two eyes, and I mean that from the bottom. And people like, I used to say that about Zab. I used to say that about Zab. Zab is probably one of the most physically gifted fighters you'll ever see. Just physically, just. When you factor in the hand speed, you factor in the power, you factor in the defense, you factor what he can do inside the ring from a pure physical standpoint. Like, it's on that level. Like, Boots is that talented physically. It's just, I go through the same process with every single hot prospect that turns into contender that turns into a champion. I'm like, everybody goes through that same process, and I'm like, I'm not crowning until Boots gets in the ring with a. They're gonna have to throw a Keith Thurman.
All right, quick question, Jeff. Boots. Quick question, Jeff. Y'all always asking me shit. Let me ask y'all something. Right now, does Boots beat Virgil Ortiz Jr.?
Yes,
I think so.
Yes. Right now, yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'll put my check on it. I'll put my check on it.
Now the question, and this is the craziest thing. I like Crawford. I'm not saying that Boots can't beat Crawford. What I find so crazy is whenever I speak to anyone, people talk like Boots already won the fight, and I'm thinking like, bro, what? this is just crazy. We can't just, because he's an amazing talent. We can't just have this perception that this dude's walking on water and feeding 1,000 with a loaf of bread.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, bro. Floyd got that same appeal after a certain time inside the ring, and I think it's just Boost time. We get Vlog, that dude.
A Vlog, even with Floyd gave us reasons to feel that way. Even before he became Money Mayweather, he gave us reasons.
I give you that. He's edging Boots in that way.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I give you that. And the difference is, Jeff, at that time I wasn't alive at that time, but there was still people who actually thought Floyd maybe find a style that will beat him. When I talk to people, they think this guy can beat everyone.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, even Floyd in my brain, right? And this goes to what Vlog was saying. Even Floyd had to go through the process of proving to me through his performances inside the ring that he's that dude. He had to give me the Diego Corrales. He had to give me those fights. He had to give me the Emmanuel Augustus fight. He had to, he had to give me the Arturo Gatti fight. He had to give me, before I thought Floyd was like, ain't nobody beating this dude, Floyd gave me maybe about a strong 6-7 fights inside the ring. I ain't talking about the gym, none of that. I'm talking about inside the ring when the TV cameras is on and the lights is bright. He did about 6 to 7 performances, and I was just like, I said, you know what? I'm like, it ain't nobody beating this kid. I said, ain't nobody beating him. All I'm saying, and I think Shane's saying the same thing, and I think Vlog's saying the same thing. He looks like he should have a crown. I just want to see him put the work in before I give it to him. He looked like he should have it. I just want to see him put the work in, because there's a lot of guys that I can put boots up against that have proved to me that he deserved a crown. So there's a lot of guys that want.
Give me 2 names.
Right? I'm gonna give me 2 names. I'm gonna give you 2 names right now, right? And I'm not talking about whether they're realistic or not. I'm just gonna shoot 2 names at you, right?
Sean Porter.
You give me. I'm gonna take out Sean Porter because he's getting ready to fight Bud. I'm gonna take Sean Porter out of this one. You give me, if he takes out a Keith Thurman, right now. And I'll even give you another name that's not big, but he's well respected. Give me a Jamal James. Give me a Keith Thurman and a Jamal James. If he gets in the ring and completely mops them dudes, those are 2 performances where I'm just like, you know what? He looked like he could have a crown. Because 147 got a lot of dead weight. 147 got a lot of dead weight.
I gotta go.
Go ahead, Vlog.
Hold on. I gotta go reverse from one of your names, just to throw somebody with some power in there. What about one of like Medvedev or one of these up and coming guys that are kind of known for their power? Like, you know what I mean? Well, I think that's the challenge he needs, because you gave me 2 names with the same style. So if you beat that one style, then you're gonna beat that style again. So I need to see him against a real banger to kind of balance out the 2 names that you just said. That's all I had to add.
I would want to see, if I'm picking 2 dudes. Furman, I understand, but because of the inactivity, I don't want people to use excuses. So my names will be, I would pick Ortiz as one. And the reason why I pick Ortiz is because I want him in against another hungry lion. Another dude who has 100% belief that he's going to win. And I want him against a dude who's actually bigger than him. So I'd actually put him in there with someone like Ugas. The reason why is because he can't just rely on size in that fight. He's going to have to use something else other than his size.
I might sound crazy for saying this. I think Ortiz give him a better fight than Ugas does.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I was going to say Ortiz too, because Ortiz got more tools for one thing. Ugas got 2 punches, man, and that's not going to get it done against a well-rounded fighter, even with the size he has. He just that punch selection that shot to the body, that uppercut, little punch to the body he throws, and that right hand, that's trash tools in the bag to beat Boots. But the young boy Ortiz, just because of his what's the word? Tenacity. That's what, you know what I mean? Because he may be down in a fight, but he's like that sort of fighter that, you know what, Boots could still be in trouble because of this guy's nature. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't go on skills in that fight, but
in terms of promotion, which would be great for promotion, him versus AB, that'll get this guy real famous.
Bro, listen,
man. Ain't AB still in jail?
Nah, yeah. He out, man. His grandma got him out of jail, man. Stop trying to play my man AB, man. grandma put that chicken up, man. Got him out the hospital. Got him out the jail. Got him out the jail, man. You know what? Here's the thing. There's a lot of dead weight at 147. There's a lot of dead weight. And when I say dead weight, I mean guys with names, but they ain't put in work in a long ass time. Thurman ain't put in no work.
Crawford.
Danny ain't put in no work. Crawford.
Danny been talking 154 for the past year. Is he going to 154? What?
I don't know, but he's dead weight. Take a guy like Devin Alexander, dead weight. Berto, dead weight. There's a lot of dead weight with names at 147. So if they really want to feed Boots, there's guys to feed them too. There's guys to
What
feed
about
him.
him versus Avanesyan? What do you think about that fight?
Avanesyan wouldn't last 4 rounds.
I just mean in terms of what's it called. We're just mentioning names, innit? So I just
He,
threw that name in it.
his
hold up.
name
I got one.
Go ahead.
You bought one from over there. I got a better name. Conor Ben Jr.
Conor Ben will get knocked out.
Conor Ben would be what I like to call a competitive ass whooping.
God damn.
What I would say is if he came over here, it would be a nice paycheck. I tell you that for free. Conor Ben is famous out here, bro.
Yeah, I would say. Listen, as far as Boots is concerned, my boxing eye tells me is only 2 guys that really got a shot at Boots, and that's Bud and Spence. That's what my boxing eye tells me. But in terms of him actually showing it against certain guys, I still want to see it. I got
one for you, bro. Yes. I got one for you, a real good name. Josh Taylor at 147.
I can't give you that because I don't know how Josh Taylor going to translate the weight.
That's a fact. I just wanted to give you a name.
Yeah, Josh Taylor, if the weight translated, that's a solid fight, but I think Josh Taylor will get stopped too.
Now I think he will lose, but I think that's a fight that will test Ernest as well.
Yeah, Boots talent wise, like I said, talent wise, I mean pure physical talent. He's probably the most physically gifted guy at 147. And I'm talking about physical talent. But in terms of actual, you give me Spence versus Boots, Spence is going to be the favorite going in. You give me Boots versus Crawford. Crawford is going to be the betting favorite going in. Now, am I going to bet my bag on Boots because he's an underdog and it's great value? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But, G5 the better is different than G5 the actual, boxing predictions guy.
I think it's unfair, but bro, it's so unfair. But it's Boots and Spence a 50-50 fight. That's kind of unfair on Spence because of the work Spence has put in. But that might be a 50-50 fight, bro.
Yeah, I would say, listen, if Boots was fighting Spence and Boots was fighting Crawford, who would be the bigger favorite? I would say, that's tough. That's tough. Hey, Vlog, you wanna chime in on that?
I'm gonna give it to Spence.
You would say Spence would be the bigger favorite?
Yes, based on size, bro. He's the bigger man, so you can't look at a contest and think the bigger man doesn't have that advantage. So as a boxer analyst or better, you're thinking that, and that's a lot of the ways that they come up with who's the favorite. Not let alone he's the bigger house name anyway. So I doubt.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll actually that's a Twitter poll question actually. So we can bring that up.
Man, I'm still trying to figure out how to do some Twitter polls, man. I need help with this technical side.
I'll show you how to do it. It's real easy. I'll show you how to do it off once we get off here. Scotty Gotti in the building. What's going on? He said, I'm taking on all Cowboys bets. G5, what it do, y'all? Please tell me you're not a Cowboys fan. There's too many of them floating around right now. Conrad, he said, damn, the odds are crazy for this fight. He's talking about Shakur and Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring, plus 550, bro.
Man, there's no way in the world I ain't putting the bag on the boy.
Yeah, I might throw a couple dollars on. Yeah, I might throw a couple dollars on Herring.
I got him split decision.
I might throw a couple dollars on Herring, for sure. He said, Conrad said, why are they all called babyface nowadays anyway? That's funny. He said the guy who beat FA, I forget his name, but he up next for sure. He talking about Sanchez. Yeah, he talking about Sanchez. Right. He said FA need to go down to light heavyweight. Will Stokes, that's funny.
Well, they got Stokes that. What's the name? They got that bridge weight.
That Bridger weight. Will Stokes
bridge
said
weight.
me. Will Stokes said me a couple days ago. You guys gonna put this weekend's fights on the league. Garcia, Navarrete, you guys, nah, those aren't competitive fights. Yeah, we definitely said that, Will. Excuse me. We definitely said that, Will, but the one thing that I can say is nobody said we were wrong for saying that when we said it. So that's kind of a hindsight comment. But you're right, though, but it's a hindsight comment. Man, Joette Gonzalez and especially Sandor Martin showed out on the weekend, bro. Yeah, they definitely showed out, like, for sure. But when I say it was unexpected, it was unexpected. Will Stokes, Crawford has the better shot at beating Ennis, I believe. Damian Farrell, what's going on, brother? Both would be great fights. I would like to see him with Porter first. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think Porter. It's weird, man. Like, those are the three fights that'll be obviously the most competitive for Boots. As far as I'm concerned, he would go in as a betting favorite against Sean. He would be the underdog against Spence and Crawford.
Which is,
you agree with that, Vlog?
You can say that again, bro. I had to get the charger. My bad.
Oh no, that's cool. That's cool. No, I said Spence, Crawford, and Porter would be the three biggest threats to Boots. But I said going into a fight with them three, I think Boots would be a favorite against Porter. But I do think he would be a betting underdog against Spence and Bud. You agree with that?
He wouldn't be a betting favorite against Porter because Porter is the bigger man. So I don't think you can put him in those three fights in a favorite position. Now you can make the Porter fight even. I think that's a fight that's just on paper 50-50. But if you're talking about what Porter's been able to do resume-wise, things like that, I don't think you can put him in that underdog role.
Bro, that's a good, you know what? I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but that's actually a really good question.
It's another.
Yeah, that's another Twitter. That's another Twitter question.
That's what we do here, though.
Absolutely. If Boots goes in the ring with Sean Porter, is who's the betting favorite? Is it Sean or is it Boots? I think it's Boots. I think Boots will be the betting favorite. Vlog says it will be Sean.
No, I mean, I think honestly, it would be 50-50. That would be one of those even fights. Yeah, that would be an even fight.
But you
gotta have a favorite.
Yeah, I was going to say
you gotta have a favorite. So just based on that bigger name, you put Porter with the more recognizable name in the favorite position. Okay. And not by much too. So the house, if they did lose, they wouldn't be paying out a grip. So you know what I mean? Not by much.
Yeah. Crawford has the better shot. I read that already. Hold on. Will said, yeah, of course it was unexpected. Yeah. That's why we didn't put it on the fantasy league. Like we thought it was pointless. He said, is the Martin upset one of the biggest upsets in the last 10 years, or am I crazy? Will, that is a solid question. Was it a major upset? Yes, it was. But Mikey Garcia's name was so ice cold in these streets that I would say name-wise it's one of the bigger upsets. But in terms of like impact, I don't think it really affects Mikey as much as people think because his name was so ice cold in these streets. I guarantee you there was people that didn't know Mikey was fighting until after they heard he lost. There was people that I know that's in the boxing that didn't even know Mikey was fighting. They didn't even know he was fighting. Like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of that's a hard question to answer. But if Mikey's name was hot in these streets, then I would say, yeah.
Let me answer that for different reasons.
Yeah, go ahead.
based on the position Mikey found himself in, I don't think it's that big of an upset. And when I say position, I mean his layoff, weight issue, and things of that nature is why I don't think it is such a major upset. You got to look where the fight took place at. It wasn't obviously a big fight at all. It was in Fresno, California. That is a farming city. So it just to me, just because of the whole, the position that the fight was in, last minute promotion on it. I think they did about 2 to 3 weeks at tops promoting that fight. So I don't think it was that big of an upset just based on all those reasons I aforementioned. So
Conrad said Martin was a 50-1. Yeah, I mean from a betting perspective, yeah, like it was one of the biggest upsets from a betting perspective, absolutely. He said, so yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Like Will Stokes said, imagine if Boots is just way worse than everybody is predicting. Because let's not get it twisted. He has one name on his resume. You could make the argument that Conor Benn has a better resume. To be honest with you, let me get to your next comment. It says, imagine if he gets in there with anyone high level and got smoked. Well, Will Stokes, here's the thing. It's boxing. Anybody can get clipped with a shot. Anybody can have an off night. So that's why I'm not quick to crown somebody without them actually showing me under them bright lights and while the cameras is on. And the reason why this is even a topic is because we're in Philly. I'm in Philly. Vlog is a Philly native, and Shane was just in Philly a couple weeks ago. And everybody speaks of Boots in a high regard, which they should. But it's also talk of there's a level of damn near invincibility when they talk about Boots. And we haven't seen that type of talk since Roy. To be honest with you, even with Floyd, there was some perception that certain people could clip him. But in terms of the aura that Boots has in Philly, it's a Roy Jones type aura when Roy was in his prime. But Roy gave you samples inside of the ring where you was just like, yo, that dude is untouchable. Ain't nobody touching him. And the people that feel like Boots is kind of on that untouchable level, they've seen it because they personally seen it in the gym. All I'm saying is that I just want to see it when it if he mows down Delorme in a couple of rounds, now we talking. Now we talking. Cause I'm Delorme gives everybody a tough fight. He ain't no easy out. It's a fight he should win, but he's not no easy fight. You know what I'm saying?
Delorme is awkward. So I don't think we're gonna get a blast out just because of his awkwardness. So I say 5. I say 5 to 6 tops. Just because of Delorme's awkward. That's just If he was your traditional fighter, come forward, try to counter punch with Boots or something like that. Yeah, he'd be going to sleep inside too. But just his awkward nature could carry him. Boots got to be careful. Headbutts, things like that. You don't want to rush in like that. So I think it'll take a couple rounds to figure him out. But yeah, that power won't get home. So going back to Will's comment about Conor being a bigger name or bigger draw or what?
Well, he said he got a better resume
at this point. Better resume.
Yeah.
I got to go against that because Conor in no shape or form has the power that Boots has. So when you look at the knockout part of it, that's what I'm about to bring up. When you look at the knockout part of his resume, that kind of outshines the 1 or 2 names that Conor Benn has. And again, that's 1 or 2, and Granados being one of those names, and that came here lately. So neither one has such an outstanding resume that it outshines the other. But if you want to look at it, I'm going to the KO part of the resume and saying he has a better resume just based on that. Yeah, it took a long time to get there, but I got there.
No, you got there. You definitely got there. Yeah, I don't think I would say, Will, like if you want to actually talk about recognizable names, then yeah, Conor Ben has a couple more recognizable names than Boots. But we're talking about actual competition. It's relatively the same. It's relatively the same. So we're kind of splitting hairs with that. But they both could use quality guys, to beef up the resume a little bit. Um, Conrad said at least no one has mentioned Markle yet in this conversation, right? He said, "What about Yard?" Yeah, Anthony. I'm assuming you're talking about Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard is uh getting his rematch December 4th. That should be a good fight. Hopefully, he'll come in trying to kill something. That fight. Damian Farrow, Boots remind me of Roy. I agree. Yeah, Scotty said Anthony Yard. Yeah, I like Anthony Yard, man, but he gonna have to show me. Yeah, Boots has that Roy type physical talent. Um, it's just I just want to see it under the bright lights. That's it. Like, I think he's gonna be a superstar? Absolutely. Do I think he's gonna be the king at 147 eventually? Yes, I do. But it's just I just want to see it. I've asked everyone that I've ever been a fan of in boxing history to show me. I asked Floyd. I didn't crown Floyd until he showed me. I didn't crown Roy until he showed me. I didn't crown B Hop until he showed me. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just me. Like, that's just me. Like, I'm just personally not gonna give somebody the crown just because of my personal opinion. Like, I still need to, like, it's like showing somebody a flawless resume. You still want to see him put the work in. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, does your work match that resume?
The one thing I can say about giving out crowns, you can always take them back.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
If you give somebody a crown, bro, a king can get dethroned, and that crown goes on somebody else. So I'm just saying, bro, we can take that crown back. Absolutely. That don't mean we don't love our folks, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got your dethroned kings for me recently here with this heavyweight scene, and I'm still, they're still my guys. If I'm gonna talk about them, I'm gonna talk about them highly and talk about them in a high esteem and good regard. But what happened, bro. You know what I mean? You got dethroned. You know what I mean? Got knocked the fuck out about crowns. You could take that shit back.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's 100%. You can always take it back. My guy Bruce Goals is in the building, man. Big shout out to Bruce Goals. That's the family right there. Scotty Gotti said, "Do y'all realize Crawford may not make it past Porter?" He said, "What y'all think?" That's a realistic possibility, Scotty Gotti, because I actually thought Porter won the Spence fight, so I can't say that you're crazy by thinking that. And I don't think Crawford is untouchable. I think he's great. I don't think he's untouchable though. So does Sean Porter have a shot? Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely, he has a shot.
Let me answer my guy Scotty and be as my original name on this YouTube was, The Blunt Truth. When they first announced it, I said Porter got a shot. To me, that's a 50-50 fight. Styles make fights. One style can dominate another style. Crawford is not that same elite boxer we saw 3 to 5 years ago, bro. See, I think when people keep talking this pound for pound, they keep picturing that Crawford that just came up from 140. That Crawford. We've seen a slowed down version. And when you got a Mack truck coming in front of you, it's kind of hard to keep moving away from that Mack truck. We've seen them get clipped. If somebody's coming, combinating, punching the way Porter does, that means you can get clipped twice. You got follow-up shots. So if you get caught the first time and somebody following that shot up, you can get caught again, and it could be a nasty little KO. We don't know. But based on the styles and what the things we know Porter to do in the ring, that's come forward, that's aggression, something that Crawford's had some issues with guys that have that style but aren't as clean as Porter is, whose footwork isn't as good as Sean Porter's. Because to me, he won the Spence fight per se by small things like always having a better foot position. Now, the one time his foot position was not in place, he got clipped and he went down. But being the beast that he is, he got right back up and continued to make it a dog fight. And I had him up at that point. That to me bought that fight close. And if I do remember, I think I gave him the 12th to edge it. If I remember, I gotta look at it again, but just in my mental memory, the things like that give Porter 50-50 to me, bro. 50-50 fight.
Yeah, I think I had Porter. I had Porter 7-5, but with the knockdown, I had Porter winning by a point.
Yeah, it came even. Mistaken. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Because a lot of people had it 6-6, and then with the knockdown, Spence won the fight. I had it the other way around. I just had it 7-5, Porter, but with the knockdown from Spence, it made it a 1-point victory. But that's the Spence fight is the reason why Scotty Gotti, your comment is valid. Jaguar Paul said, "What's up, boxing family? Hey man, appreciate you jumping in." He said, "What do you guys think or feel about Anthony Joshua rumor going to Team Canelo and trainer Eddie Reynoso? How you feel about that?"
Let me say this. Let me answer that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's only like it became this rumor just because he was in the building, in the particular training facility. And it's just conjecture, bro. And to keep it solid, you don't want to associate your name with a team that got questionable tactics.
Suspect, yeah. That's a bad look.
So I wouldn't.
That's a bad look.
Now to be in the gym, that's he was there supporting another guy that he know that was working. I seen the IG post and all that, so I know where the story's coming from. But I just don't think it's no steam behind it. And why would you do it? You got cheaters at home you could fuck with. So what the
and Jaguar and I to add on to what Vlog said, Reynoso has two guys in camp that could be a potential opponent, and I just wouldn't want to be in the same camp with them, and that's Frank Sanchez and Andy Ruiz. I just wouldn't want to be in camp with those guys. You know what I'm saying? Especially on like a one fight deal. Like, nah, like I'm not gonna be in the same gym with the competition. So for that, that's another reason why I don't think that's a good fit. Damian Farrell said, Porter, don't make it pretty for no one. You gotta bring your lunch pail when it comes to Sean. Bruce Gould, I got a pretty good shout that AJ going to Ronnie Shields. I heard the same thing. Jaguar Paws, Anthony Joshua. Oops, sorry. Yeah, we knew what you meant, bro. Will Stokes, I don't think AJ is going to Reynoso. No way. Ruiz is in there for one. Yeah, that's what I said, Will. Scotty Gotti, oh yeah, Wilder is a GOAT in his own realm. No one will come close to 40 KO straight, tied with some black man named Ali for title defenses. Scotty Gotti, what I will say about Wilder is for him how he got into the sport and what he's done in the sport is storybook-esque because he made it to he was on the Olympic team. For him to do what he did, become heavyweight champion of the world, title defenses, and arguably one of the top maybe 3 or 4 heavyweight trilogies of all time. I think and he broke the bank doing it. I think Wilder's done pretty good for himself. So you gotta salute that man. Will Stokes said, I heard something about AJ and Virgil Hunter. AJ's young gun Buatsi is there after all. However, Tony Yoka is also there, isn't he? Will Stokes, that is correct. Buatsi is there. Tony Yoka is there, but I don't see a scenario where Tony Yoka and AJ would ever be in the ring together. It'd be more likely that AJ would be in the ring with a Ruiz than a Tony Yoka. Tony Yoka is not going to see, because of his style, unfortunately, he's thought of in the same breath as like a Frank Sanchez. They're good fighters. You respect their boxing ability, but you don't necessarily want to see them on your TV screen. You know what I'm saying? And at the heavyweight division, that's not a good, that's not a really good thing. Actually, now I think about it, Tony Yoka and Frank Sanchez would actually be a really great fight. Because somebody's gonna have to show some dog in that fight. But yeah, I would say AJ, it would be a better fit for him to be with Virgil Hunter than it would be a Reynoso. And Virgil Hunter got a better reputation. No drug scandals, nothing like that, no suspect stuff. As far as we know, Virgil Hunter solid. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be you want to get solid results, you need to be around solid people. You know what I mean? In solid situations. So Virgil Hunter in that camp would be like a more solid situation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yeah, who knows who AJ gonna go to? But if he don't change his mentality in terms of how he's gonna fight Usyk and actually use his size and strength, it don't matter who his trainer gonna be. He gonna lose again. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Vlog?
I think you taking it too quick. First of all, I think you need, like you said, man, you need a personal booster. You need a cupcake. You need, go dog walk somebody real quick. Get your moxie back up. I wouldn't turn around and do that right away. I mean, bro, was this a technical? I saw the fight again. Took my time, watched it, analyzed it the way, a boxing pundit should watch a match. And he got dismantled. And he showed no spirit, bro. He looked like he was just in the ring. He did not look like no facial change. Like he took every punch the same. He didn't get mad. He didn't get sadder. He just looked like he wasn't there. So I don't know what's going to happen in between now and then. You still with the same team, or you trying to find a team? Bro, if you're gonna take a new team, then you're gonna need a fight to break in with this team. See what I'm saying? So, and a fight that'll ump you, ump your intestinal fortitude, so to speak. So a good knockout, a good cupcake usually does that for these fighters that come off a loss, or coming off a hiatus, so to speak. So I think he needs that, especially if he gets a new team. Now, if he gonna keep the same dudes but change his personal take, his own mindset about the fight, then go jump right back in there, because you know what you have to do. But if you think you need to change something skill-wise, so that means skill-wise you're going to a new team. So you need a fresh fight. You need to work on some different tools and get a knockout. So go for a cupcake if you get a new team. But if you don't, and you think it's just you personally, what you personally didn't do in that fight, then go back in there. It's 50-50 on whether I take it or not, but I'm not in the man mind. I can only look at it from an outsider's point of view. And if either of those positions, I would make that move if I'm in his shoes.
Yeah. No,
but he's not even talking like being honest, bro. They talking to him about him and Wilder. They talking to him about other things whilst he's shopping for a team or a new team member or whatever, however you want to classify a new trainer or whatever. But my point is, if you got all of this going on, you're not giving me as a pundit an idea of where you are mentally. And if you really concentrating on what you have to do to beat Usyk from what you didn't do in the first fight, bully the dude, be the gorilla that you look like you are. And that's no cap. You know what I mean? I know they say that about us, but this dude is built like a fucking gorilla. Go out there and put them goddamn paws on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
But that's a mental thing too, though.
The thing that's crazy, bro. And that's a good point that you made in terms of him not jumping into the Usyk rematch, because there's a pretty good chance if AJ wanted to get the Tyson Fury fight without the belts, he could get it. If he wanted the Wilder fight, he probably could get it. So I think AJ can probably make the same moves without the belts than he could with the belts. So if that's the case, like, should he even take the rematch with Usyk, because it's such a bad style matchup? And that's why I agree with a lot of what you said. I feel that's just
now. If you ask it based on that, Jeff, bro. Now, if you ask it based on that, what you just said, based on he can get money. See, my thing wasn't even about money. Like when I put my arguments out, they had nothing to do with the ability to make big fights. A big fight for him would be a win after such a loss like that. Like, well, for Deontay, if he was to honestly come back, he would need a Stavern. He would need maybe a Gerald Washington, some of these guys that he's really blasted out there, a Spivkovich kick or somebody like that to get his confidence back. And you're going to need that confidence, especially if you got a new trainer in your ear. You're learning or bringing in a couple different tricks. You're going to need somebody that you can use that on to build your confidence. It's going to be hard to learn something different with the people you already been working with your whole life and be effective against Usyk. The only thing that could change for him at this point in time would be mentally to be like, I wasn't there. So he might be having a baby. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like his mama might be sick. We don't know why he seemed to be fighting like, I wouldn't say a ghost, but just like somebody who mind was somewhere else, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say he was on the island and he loafing on the job because he just got so much money type of thing, but he just wasn't there. And he's something, the man different, bro. The man hella different. And only that man knows himself and what sort of coach he needs that give him this next level motivation or next opposition motivation, because you got to have a coach that's a strategist. And we spoke on that earlier, because if you're not going to have a strategy to beat a dude like Usyk, the only other way you could beat him is just straight bully him, fight him dirty on some Fury type shit, try to use your size to your advantage. So I mean, it's a hell of a good topic to be really breaking down, but there's different ways to analyze it. Just like way you was talking to the folks. So I don't know, man. I don't know what.
That's tough. That's tough. It's tough, man. Because I'm not a big fan of now. I mean, Fury was able to pull it off with bringing Sugar in, but his boxing history shows that usually when you bring in a new trainer just for one big fight, a lot of times it don't go your way, because you usually need multiple camps for you to maximize the relationship between the new trainer and the fighter. So if you're bringing Ronnie Shields in or Buddy McGirt or whoever, you're asking them to basically make a miracle with AJ for this one fight. And just with AJ taking me thinking that he took the loss very comfortably, and the fact that he would have to basically be in the States, he's basically completely changing his camp and things like that. That's a big ask against somebody that is stylistically better than you. He's stylistic, like just talent wise. Like Usyk is the better skilled boxer. Like he's a better skilled boxer, and this is one of them fights he's going to have to win it off of physicality and determination. He's not going to outbox Usyk. So unless he's going to come in with that mentality, it's going to be hard for him to get a W. But that's why I brought up the other scenario too. If he can still get the big fights without having to go through Usyk or have the belts, then maybe that might be the best route for them to go. But it's an interesting thing. Will said
now I don't know if anybody can get this. I don't know if anybody can get this sort of anomaly or solemnity or whatever that shit is called. He's going to need that baby mama motivation if he's going straight into the second fight. Now, you dudes that got kids, y'all know what I mean when I say that baby mama motivation. Y'all and you go out there and just whoop-de-whoop and just be like, man, shut up, you know what I mean? He gonna need that, because it's got to be, it can't be a tool. It can't be a different trick. It can't be this super adjustment sort of style strategy, X's and O's and all of this. That's got to be a dog fight, man. You're not going to outbox this dude the way you did Ruiz. You could have muscled Ruiz, but you decided to not conserve your energy, use it to get through the 12 rounds, which was smart. But in this one, it's balls to the wall, bro. It's I can't go home if I don't get this done type of mentality. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Leave the island of England forever type of shit, bro. Like, it's got to be that sort of mentality if you're going to go straight into this fight. But if they're doing what we're hearing they're doing, shopping around, talking to different people, that's smart. But don't go into the second fight with them. And I'm hopefully this team will tell you that yo, that's 6 months to 9 months down the road. We can get one in real quick.
Yeah.
Great promotion. Get you over here in the West. Get your name ringing bells again like it was a couple years ago. You know the ladies love you. Whoop-de-whoop. Smart marketing, smart promotion by Eddie and them. Eddie want to be bigger over here anyway. That's your biggest way to do it, is by having this guy active with an American boxing team. Obviously worked for Tyson Fury. So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I ain't nobody. I don't know nothing.
No, I mean, you brought up great points. Man. Like, solid all the way around. Will Stokes said, hey guys, it's the age-old debate that I'm sure you've answered before, but yes or no, do you believe Teofimo was undisputed? Personally, I feel that he should be, but unfortunately for him, he is not. Let me run through these last two vlog. Conrad, I got a feeling that AJ will shock the boxing world in his comeback. My man D Hodge is in the building. Big shout out to you, bro. And Will Stokes said, me too, Conrad. I can see him proving himself to be an all-time great in this fight. He'll become the first heavyweight in history to win 2 immediate rematches for the titles, I believe. Goat shit. Let me answer the Teofimo thing first. It's really just a matter of opinion because technically, you would Teofimo is not undisputed. Technically, my own personal definition, I would say yes. But if you feel like he's not, I can't argue against that. As far as AJ is concerned, if he was to go into this rematch against Usyk and win this rematch, it would say a lot about AJ, but it's really it's a do or die fight, because if he gets beat by Usyk again, more than likely he's probably gonna get mopped. And you coming off of 2 losses, getting mopped, he'd be in the same position Wilder's in. You know what I mean? Coming off of 2 major losses. Go ahead.
Let me jump in real quick before you get to spilling. To answer the first one, yes, he is, because at the time he beat pound for pound. And if I'm correct, pound for pound had all the belts, if not one. You know how they did with the gold and all of this sort of stuff. So, I mean, just on the fact that he beat the pound for pound guy and generally was recognized as undisputed, then just let him have it. You know what I mean, on that one. Right. And then like with the AJ thing, I mean, man, good luck going right back in there and you not having no gasoline draws on. And the only way you can put him out is to knock this dude the fuck out. Yeah, so that's the only way he can win that fight.
Yeah, that's a tall task.
Set his feet on fire.
That's what Conrad just said. Either he knocks Usyk out or he gets completely destroyed.
Now, far as history is concerned, now to the historical side of it, oh, bro, man, I gotta put him up there. I gotta put him up there. Like, he definitely would be Britain's greatest heavyweight champ over Lennox. That'd be he'd do that, then he'd be over Lennox to me at this point in time. And then on an overall historic level, he up there with Jack Johnson, Ali, Mike, you know what I'm saying? Larry, all the other great heavyweights. Yes, I put him in that top 10 all time if he could do that. Because the way he boxed Ruiz, that shows the intelligence that heavyweights don't get a lot of credit for, and the ability to understand your own conditioning level and fight smart, don't get in no trouble. That was an excellent boxing match from a heavyweight perspective. So you give him mad credit for that bounce back. And then if he can figure this Usyk puzzle out, oh god damn, bro,
that's full credit.
That's surpassing Tyson Fury and all that lineal shit. That's surpassing a lot of these modern dudes. So yeah, I'm giving you full credit and extra credit.
AJ gets full credit from me because he a true champion is gonna try to get back. Not every guy takes a loss and then they trying to get right back in the ring and get his get back. So the fact that he's trying to get his get back is commendable. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. And like Vlog said, if he's able to figure out that Usyk puzzle and actually legit win the second fight, I mean, like clearly win the second fight, yeah, you gotta put AJ up there because you got to think about it. During the early part of his career, he was dominating. Then he's going through adversity, recovered. He's lost and recovered. Like this is the epitome of a legendary fighter. When they're looking invincible, they looking invincible. When they get beat, they come back. Like it's kind of like everything you can ask for in a fighter. So he's already done it with Ruiz, and we're gonna see if he's gonna do it with Usyk. But if he gets this victory against Usyk, man, this would put he would actually end up being better off probably from a legacy standpoint than if he would have just beat Usyk flat out the first time. You know what I mean? But that's a great point, Vlog. That was a great point that you brought up. You know, in regards to AJ, is like if he comes back and he beats a Usyk, I mean, yeah, like you could really
top 10.
You're really talking
top
like
10.
Where do you put AJ? You know what I'm saying? In terms of
we can get him inside the top 10. You get him inside the top 10, bro.
He would be outside of my top 10, but he would be he would have all the looks of a legendary fighter. He would have all the looks of a legendary fighter. Where I would rank him, I'm not sure yet, but he would have all the looks of a legendary fighter. And I think he's a great fighter now. It's just I don't think Eddie Hearn is really. I just never thought he should have fought Usyk to begin with, but that's just my personal opinion. But the fact that he's taking on a challenge is commendable. You know what I mean? Whereas a lot of ducking going on in the sport. Will Stokes.
So that means we gotta give extra big shout out to Wilder for not running away from Mr. Shenanigans. Correct. So
correct.
You know what I mean?
I agree 100%. And that gets lost in the shuffle.
Just throwing that in there.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Because Wilder could have easily walked after the first fight, and he didn't. And he could have went in a different direction after the second fight, but he went and signed up for the third fight, and he went out on the shield, like he said. And I felt like if he would have came in lighter, I felt like if his training would have been different, he'd have just been lighter on his feet and focused more so on his legs than actual bench pressing. Like Rob Acosta said, is a pretty good chance he could have got Fury up out of there in that round. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's, but you have to commend Wilder for the heart that he showed. Fighting 7-8 rounds straight when you dead tired, man. Like I could only imagine the mental strength and the, you know what I'm saying? Like the mental toughness that it shows for you to actually do that, So no, you're 100% right, man. Big shout out to Wilder, in regards to that. But Will Stokes said, imagine AJ goes in there and knocks Usyk out in 6. All-time great for you guys. Yeah, I would say he would be an all-time great. Yeah, I would say because that's because Will, the reason I'm gonna let Vlog give his own reason, but he would turn into an all-time great for me because Usyk, based off of his resume, you could say that he's kind of had all-time great accomplishments right now. So it'll be him overcoming adversity and the guy that he's actually knocking off. you know, so it's a combination of both. But I mean, even Vlog explained it earlier why he thinks that you know, AJ would be a all-time great, and it's just a combination of things, you know.
For me, it would be, if he was able to do that, it would be the styles that he's beaten over his career.
Yeah.
The movers, the bangers. You know what I mean? He's beaten a lot of different styles. He's got a couple OG names on his belt, but you know, they had their own style. They were just at an age limit with that style, and he was able to take advantage of but he got clipped. The old man clipped him too. So gotta give him big kudos for showing a chin. You know what I mean? Now, behind the headshot with Ruiz, that was just another story. It's hard to recover from them at any level of the game, but he did bounce back and fought smart. So again, for me, if this what you put in there in the chat happened, it'd be just mainly because he's beaten a lot of different styles, at least 4 to 5 different styles.
Yeah. Conrad said all-time great is a big title. Conrad said, but AJ versus Fury would be about big legacy then. Not the all-time great, but an all-time great. Understood. That's what I'm asking. Yeah, he would be a all-time great if he was able to pull this off, like for sure. Conrad said, nah, not top 10. Yeah, I don't think AJ would be in my top 10 either. Like off the top of the dome, I don't think so. Conrad, he would have to destroy Fury for that. Conrad also said guys like Lennox fought more than one world-class fighter. I will say this though, Conrad. If AJ was to beat Usyk in the rematch clearly, and then he turns around and beats Fury clearly, then I might have to throw him in my top 10. But he would have to do both of those things for him to make my top 10. Me personally. Will Stokes, yeah, go ahead, bro.
I don't think we see AJ Fury. I think Eddie Hearn will be smart enough not to do that to this guy for the second time in his career. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is at the point in his career where you want to start not baby stepping him, but you want to put him on the solid ground. You understand what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather at this point of his career, once he accomplishes this goal of beating Usyk. Now, if you don't beat the Usyk, then it's back to the wolves, and we got to go eat and make these big fights with these other big name guys. Now, but if you beat Usyk, then I'm fighting a Helenius, or I'm fighting a Yoka. I'm going a different route. I'm not going Fury. That fucking 400 pounds is not to be played with, bro. Just telling you.
The only reason I'm gonna disagree with you, bro, is because it's the heavyweight division. If he beats Usyk and get his belts back, it's best for him to go right into a Fury fight, because AJ's chin and his willingness to lose is too great for him to fight a Yoka or somebody else, or a Helenius or whatever. If he beats Usyk, he got to get that Fury fight next, because he's susceptible to losing again. And then he got to go through the same process again. And he's getting older. You know what I mean? And that chin is not as sturdy as it was a couple years ago.
Now, I say that because do you not want to keep putting yourselves in that position, knowing you're not fighting like a dog every fight? So he knows he doesn't go into every fight like a dog. So against a Yoka, he could probably win a fight without being, and I'm going to kill you, that sort of shit that he going to have to do to beat Usyk. He's going to have that inner serial killer come out on some Freddy Krueger type of shit to beat this dude, bro.
The thing with AJ is he's at a point in his career, if he gets past Usyk, right, he should never fight anyone that's high risk, low reward. The only two fights that would make sense for him would be Fury or Wilder. Those would be the only two fights that would make sense from a bag standpoint and from a boxing legacy standpoint. A Yoka fight does nothing for him. or any of those fights does nothing for him. He would have to go right into a Fury fight or a Wilder fight if he beats Usyk. And the thing is, you want to reward yourself. You want to reward yourself for beating a Usyk. You don't reward yourself by fighting a Yoka or somebody like that. Like you go get that bag.
Let me tell you. Let me respond to you this way. Mm-hmm. There's no party that can ever be thrown for you that's better than the party you could throw for yourself. So once you accomplish this goal of beating this matrix, then to me it's the love boat cruise, man. It's the, like you said, the lights are waning, you know what I mean? The party's almost over. I'm not going in there against this goddamn grizzly bear who like the Maul and Paul all on you. And we know that inside physical fighting is not his style. He's gonna lose that. Why would you think he crash test dummy himself after just getting the straps back?
Hey,
so
Vlog,
he might as well just go hand him the Fury.
Hey, Vlog, you do realize that's a $150 to $200 million fight, right?
I don't know if it'll be that kind of fight, bro. That's what they say. I don't know that, because if it was, why would Fury go fight Wilder then?
Because he was contractually obligated. He was contractually obligated, and he lost the arbitration.
Yeah, but again, I'm telling you, the arbitrator could have got paid off if that fight is worth what you said that fight is worth. That's simple,
bro. It's no
the
way.
Arbitrator been like, look, come holler at me when you finish with him.
A Vlog, it's no way you turn down $150 to $200 million to go fight a Tony Yoka. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's a legacy fight. And it's a legacy fight. I'm just saying.
Again, I get you. I understand it from a boxing fan. I'm trying to look at the game from y'all eyes now. The way y'all teaching me to be like, yo, from a manager, promoter's perspective, not crash test dummy your fighter, because we can see what happens when you underestimate the competition. Look what Wilder happened to Wilder. They thought they went and got a washed up.
Here's the thing, though, Vlog. If you're gonna be a crash test dummy and you're gonna land on $150 million between the two of you, that's like you said. Like if you
just don't see that fight going that value, love.
The only reason spending that money? Value, Dubai. That's why everybody says that Dubai is going. They was going to buy that fight. They was going to buy that fight for that amount, around like $150 million. So that's why I was saying that. Yeah. Anywhere else, no. Anywhere else, no. But in Dubai, that's $150 million, like easy, 150 between.
And streaming on what service? Streaming on what?
It'll probably be on
Dubai TV.
Platforms. No, it'd be the same as the Andy Ruiz fight. Think about it. AJ made $80 million in the.
How did I see that Andy Ruiz fight? I'm trying to. Was that on? I'm trying to figure out how to.
It was on the zone.
That fight.
It was on the zone.
I can't even remember. Yeah, it was on the zone. Okay.
You had it. Yeah, you had the zone.
Yeah, I still got it. I was just trying to remember. Yeah. Was that Showtime or something? Because no. Wasn't that a fight that had multiple streaming joints too? Oh, it was only the zone?
I think it was the zone, but I think it was another streaming service on the I think it was pay-per-view somewhere in the UK too. But the US it was just the zone.
I know it. Yeah. So Ruiz being with PBC, they didn't get no back end television deal on these fights.
I don't know if AJ got any. I don't know if Andy Ruiz got any back end money. I know he did get $15 million for that AJ rematch.
I need to get my eye. I need to have my eyes seen. Cause wasn't that shit in Brooklyn?
No, the first fight was in Brooklyn. The first fight was in New York. Yeah, the first fight. I'm talking about the second fight. Second fight was in Dubai. Yeah. Second fight was in Dubai.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah. The
so
first
AJ
one. So that was. I thought I saw that on Showtime. Yeah.
So if AJ made $80 million to fight Ruiz, imagine what he gonna make fighting Fury. That's what I'm saying. He gotta take it. He has.
But after this loss, bro, I'm just saying, bro, how many people gonna buy this? And what's the numbers on this second fight? Since we talking $150 million with Fury, what's the numbers on this Usyk fight? To me, that tells you what that Fury fight will do.
Well, I don't know what the numbers is, but
The
when you
second
got
one.
Dubai, yeah, but when you got Dubai involved, it don't matter what the numbers is. This is the money that they're paying out, period, up front.
No, I'm talking about for the Usyk joint. What numbers
Oh, for
will
the
he
Usyk
do
joint, I
to
don't
even
know.
say,
I don't
yeah?
know.
Because
I'm not
Dubai got
sure.
to be seeing there's a value in this
No,
investment.
they
If your
throw
boy
away
is
money.
coming up off of 2 losses,
They're throwing
oh,
away money,
okay.
bro.
I
They throwing away
ain't
money.
never been over there, so okay,
Yeah,
that's what's up.
they thrown, bro. They listen, they gave Amir Khan 8 million to beat up on damn, who was that? If you in the comment section, give me the name. He beat basically a 135-pound fighter, and I think Dubai paid Amir Khan like $8 million. Like ridiculous. Like they literally throw away money. Like it's crazy. Conrad said way out of his prime and already beaten by Fury will. Also, the fact that Usyk had 300 amateur fights, AJ only had 43. Crazy talk. Conrad Klitschko is Fury's win, not AJ's. Will Stokes, I think Klitschko had quite a bit left still. Conrad, I get it that Fury's win took a lot out of him mentally, but still, Conrad, if he beats Usyk clearly, then it's 1-1 between them. For all-time great status, AJ will have to seal the deal with a third fight, maybe after the Fury fight. Will might be top 10, bro. Surely if AJ beats Usyk and Fury, the man is going above Lennox Lewis, Tyson, and Frazier, like some massive names. Above Tyson, yes. Frazier, from a boxing standpoint, yes. Not from a historical impact. Conrad said Lennox, no. Conrad said I'm with Vlog on this. Has anyone seen the Dubai money? Billy Dib, yes. They paid Amir Khan $8 million to beat up on Billy Dib, yo. Like, and the thing, and Conrad, to answer your question, Conrad, we have seen the Dubai money because AJ and Ruiz got paid with Dubai money, so we have seen it. Go ahead, Vlog.
I remember that now. That's right after 50 Cent lost dude, or he dropped dude.
Yes.
And I know 50 was sick. He ain't getting none of that.
None of that bad.
I know
but we don't know what Billy,
sick.
but we don't know what Billy Dib got. We don't know what Billy Dib got. But you know,
he
got a career payday though. He got a career payday.
Oh yeah, he got 200,000 easy. Shit, it costs 200,000 to get over there, don't it?
Nah.
Fuck is that shit?
He probably.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, Shane actually got. Well, I'll talk to you off camera about that.
Yeah.
But
bro, I heard your boy got $150.
Who?
The boy Sandra Martin got 150,000.
Yeah, he got 150,000.
And the boy Garcia got $1.5 million.
Yeah, he got $1.5 million
for the fight,
bro.
That's dirty. Ooh.
Well, I can't even say it's dirty because Mikey Garcia earned that. He earned that. But now the thing is with Martin though, Martin got to capitalize on his A position, so he should take nothing less than 500,000. He should take nothing less than 500,000 for this rematch. Nothing less than 500K.
Now, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, I know you don't want to see it, but if Mikey want the rematch, he gonna get it. Cause he the house name.
Well, yeah, I mean, dude gonna get that bag. I'm just saying, but at the same time, though, you can run with Martin right now.
Yeah,
man, you can send Martin across the street and make more money than that.
Yeah, regardless of who Martin
can go across the street.
Yeah, whoever Martin fight, he should 500,000. Yeah,
he should,
minimum.
Yeah, he should be. He should be at 3/4 of $1 million. You understand what I'm talking about? He should be in that bracket for sure.
500K.
Because that to me,
that
I mean, he should have got some kind of fight bonus or something, bro. Your boy should have threw him a couple extra 100,000 for beating his ass like that. I'm like, God damn. I mean, he didn't smoke him, but he won. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you could.
It was a competitive ass.
I wouldn't say it was competitive. I wouldn't even say it was competitive because Mikey didn't seem to try, bro. It was like, okay, I'm here. Let me throw these punches that miss. Let me get back close to him.
Yeah, I didn't really.
I don't think it.
Rounds.
I think I gave Mikey 2 rounds tops, bro. Out that 10 round, I gave Mikey 2 tops. And that was just because he was finally showing some effort. Like, okay, he finally cut the ring off, kept him in the corner for a minute.
I don't think I gave Mikey over 3 rounds. To be honest with you, I don't think I gave him over 3 rounds.
I mean, that, like I said in my article, man, ring rust. It happens for several different reasons. Y'all, the homie gonna get that edited. I want everybody in the chat to check that out soon as it be up on the site. That's G5JeffTV.com.
Absolutely. I just seen it, so I'm gonna read it when we get off here. Conrad said, why didn't they pay Wilder the 20 contract and all that other stuff? He said, why 20 million and talking about Dubai. This is the thing. People forget that when DAZN was offering Wilder that bread, it was an exclusive contract with that Dubai money is something completely separate. Like that's a completely separation. Every single they gonna cut in the bag because what they did, the reason why AJ and Andy Ruiz got the bag is because they told them to put the bag up front. They had them hold that in the escrow account because reputation and not actually paying out what they out. You know what I'm saying? So they actually had that in the escrow account. So they knew they was getting the bag. That might happen. You understand what I'm saying? So they different over there. They throw away bread like we throw away lint out our pockets. You know what I'm saying? It's different over there. You know what I mean? But good brother, we gonna cut this one. We done went almost 3 hours strong. I guess Shane battery died, I guess. But this was a good one, man. I know you know, we was talking about Wilder and Fury for the past week or so, but it was good to actually get in here and start talking about other stuff. It's you know what, and I always say like I'm gonna put the link in the chat, I'm gonna get the fans in, but it be cooking, man. Like it be cooking, man. So I apologize, I didn't get the link in the chat. YSM, apologize, I didn't get you up in here. Conrad said, have a good evening, guys, man. Conrad, we appreciate you, good brother, for sure, man. But Vlog, give them your social media, good brother.
Boxing #1 First Vlog on Instagram. Boxing First Vlog, the way you see it on your screen on Twitter, and the way you see it on your screen is my YouTube channel. Look me up, subscribe. I'm gonna be back to work now that I got some peace going on in my surroundings. So expect some hot videos coming, some new articles. I'm just back in the game heavy, you know, left footing it.
Absolutely. That's my day one right there, man. Boxing First Vlog. You know what I'm saying? Again, go follow us, go subscribe to his channel. We gotta get him to 1,000 subs. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely more than deserving of it.
Yeah, nice little birthday present, you know, the OG, nice little, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So get me to 1,000 by December, man. I'm loving all y'all. We're going to throw a party on YouTube. You feel me?
Absolutely. And for no other reason, he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? So go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Like he said, he's going to be back to work doing what he do. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on Instagram. And, you know, VP Shane, you know what I'm saying, does a lot of things behind the scenes, man. Just, you know what I mean, a valuable, you know, partner in the game. You can follow him on Instagram at I_am Shane, the #1. That's exclusively on Instagram. You follow him. Will Stokes said, when we doing one where we can hop on a live, I'm gonna put the plan is always to put the link. It will if you're jumping on tomorrow, I'll send you the link personally. So put a 1 in the comment section if you want to jump on tomorrow. And I'll send you the link personally. Will Stokes said, big up Vlog, you got it, brother. Yeah, Yeah, man. And then
Appreciate you.
yeah, then I'm all over the place, man. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, G5JeffTV. We've got the website G5JeffTV.com. I'm actually gonna be the one actually reading the article that Vlog submitted. I'll probably edit it as well. Give Shane a little break, and we'll have Shane drop that. So we're gonna have a new written article from BoxingFirst Vlog coming up this week. Coming off of a great article called Outsiders. That's on the website G5JeffTV.com and on Google News. So if you type that up in Google News, you'll find it as well. And it's a great testament to what we're doing because right now you're talking about a person that has a little over 600 subs, but he's on Google. You understand what I'm saying? So it's, the reason I said that is more than one way to skin a cat, when it comes down to covering the sport of boxing and making a name for yourself. But that's just a testament of what the type of work that BoxingFirst Vlog does, on camera and off camera. Like, it's the epitome of what hard work and dedication can get you, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to him. Also, for the people that's listening, man, please, when you come in here, man, hit the like button. Hit the like button and tell a friend to come join us. That's probably the biggest thing we can ask, man. Tell a friend to come join us. At the end of the day, what we want to do is we want to build a community of people that we can talk to every day about boxing, no matter what's going on. And that's what we're trying to build. But if you got 5 friends that's into boxing, tell them to come over to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Come over to the channel, check a live out. You don't even have to pump us up. Just tell them to come on the live and give us an opportunity to prove that they're going to like it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we can really ask at the end of the day. And the same goes for Vlog. If you subscribe to me, you got to subscribe to him. That's just the way it goes. Will Stokes said, "Hey, Jeff, I know you speak about your legendary boxing picks. What's that brain telling you about Herring and Shakur Stevenson decision for me? But I'm curious what that legendary brain saying."
Stay tuned, Shane.
Yeah,
we got a whole week to go. I mean, Will, my bad, Will. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned on that one. We will do we're gonna do we'll probably do a breakdown and prediction Thursday. But I have a pretty good idea. My boxing brain is telling me I have an idea of how I think it's gonna go, but I'm actually gonna put it on camera come Thursday. So stick with us Thursday. Now, if you're talking from a betting perspective, you can holler at me after this live. That's a different conversation. So it depends if we talking just the X's and O's of boxing or we talking betting. Conrad said Will wants some of those fantasy league points. That's funny. Yeah, that is funny. Now listen, Will, what I actually believe is going to happen versus what I'll actually predict is 2 different things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we got a lot going on the channel. You know what I'm saying? We're on here every day, Monday through Thursday. From 5:00 p.m. until whenever we end. I don't even put an end time on it because it seems like now we're going at least 2 to 3 hours on here when initially it was only supposed to be an hour and a half. But, that's what happens when you know what I'm saying, when you're cooking up and you got good conversation with good people. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? But we will be back tomorrow. As far as topics, we're just going to, we're going to kind of just wing it. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is so crazy. Something might happen tonight. We'll have a fresh topic tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Or something might happen on Instagram or something. You just don't know. But we will be back tomorrow chopping it up. Go ahead.
I got a good one. one. So y'all stay tuned for that. I get it. I'm on the Twitter boxing world heavy. They loving me over there because I'm always hitting them with I'm just saying. Because I just be saying, man, I ain't trying to offend nobody. I'm just saying. So anyway, I got one for us to chop game about. And, we're going to wait for Shane to be in the building and we'll bring it to the people fresh. But I know you guys is always on your toes, so it'll be something easy for y'all to kind of to cover. We all media guys. So It's a
Absolutely.
good one. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Absolutely. So we're gonna, we're gonna follow through with, with vlog on that one. And we'll definitely have some hot topics for you guys tomorrow. But listen, we're gonna cap it right there, man. We had 3 hours flat for this live. But listen, on behalf of VP Shane, aka Shane Abiabuchi, Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless, and your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. This was episode 10 of the Goodfellas podcast. So on behalf of the staff, we are out.
Peace.